You guys all over?
Okay, so if I remember, we've got like bodies and stuff. We've got a computer over there. Okay. And we've so if I remember correctly, other bodies they've been dead for about 6 months, right?
Yeah, your doctor determined them to have been dead for between 5 to 8 months.
Mm-hmm. And to clarify, they're not like desiccated. They actually decayed, right?
You know what? At one point, for some writing I did, or perhaps for uh, tone setting in one of these scenes, I went in and did a whole bunch of review and it was for a planet. Uh, to find out what the time frames of all this decomposition and everything was, and I have completely forgotten it. So I don't really know. They've they have been dead and undisturbed for that 5 to 8 month period.
Okay. I'm asking because if they're not like if they actually rotted and if they didn't like mummify or start mummifying or anything, it would indicate the presence of moisture probably.
Okay, and that's what I was going to ask you: is what is the underlying information you're trying to get out of that? There is moisture, and the bodies are acting appropriately.
Okay,
It's
that's good to know.
a little bit drier in here because the doors have been closed, but moisture is still seeping through.
That's good to know. It means at least we can probably get water from somewhere around here.
So go ahead and place yourselves where you are investigating more thoroughly.
104 is looking to begin exploring the area.
Okay, so 104 wants to explore further. There are others who are doing a more thorough search of bodies, and I believe 291 is on the PC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
291 and those that are investigating the bodies will be taking some time at their task. There's a lot to go through and getting that computer up and running. So let's follow the people who are exploring further a little bit more.
Yep.
You guys can keep moving. I do ask that if you see any triangles like the yellow one down there, then go ahead and give a pause, because usually denotes some kind of information. But aside from that, you can explore freely and roleplay as you go.
So she's just kind of like passing through, checking the doors. Oh, I see a triangle.
You see a triangle. 291 has been left all alone.
We left 291. Oh, someone was probably going to stay with 291. Probably someone with a gun.
I was told to stick with the captain. With the captain, I'm sticking.
Wait, 872, aren't you the warrior of the group?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you probably guard the door?
What door?
The front,
And?
the big door? Just in case anything followed us in?
Don't you think that the danger might be already in here, and it's more safe if I follow you deeper in here, rather than waiting?
I don't know. It's up to you. I've got a gun though. So does the android.
Yeah, I'll give you just cover.
But yeah,
Just in case.
There is a oh shit! Oops. There you go. There is a
you can go
triangle.
In this room, a small decaying body lies in the center, with a bullet in its chest, and you can see a crumpled drawing collecting dust on the floor next to it.
Guess I'll kind of step in. Oh, okay, 872. You're very close. I'll take a look at the. Oh, that's the drawing.
It is captioned in thick red letters, "The Raza."
Not the name that we found on the side of our ship.
That is the name of your ship, including
I-
the part.
I'd like to know what weapon was used to
Okay.
fire the bullet.
Absolutely. The body is old, and you'll have to either dig the bullet out or have some medical expertise. But just based on, did you bring him up to shoot one?
I've shot one, yeah.
Okay, just based on 872's command of weaponry and knowledge of arms, it wasn't a handgun or a pistol of any sort. This was more the kind of wound that you see in war than,
So a
civil
rifle
use.
caliber bullet, probably.
Yes.
Alright. I won't say anything, I just noticed it for myself, and yeah.
How young does this body? Like, what's left of the body?
It's very young. You would put it in the range of, say, 6 to 8 years.
I'm gonna take the drawing. Is the paper like, if I touch it, will it just turn to dust sort of paper, or is it still
No.
paper?
Oh, no.
She'll like fold it up and put it in her pocket,
Okay.
and she'll kind of like step out, take a deep breath, and be like, "That was troubling," and just close the door. if the door is closable, there.
It is.
Okay, yeah. She'll just like close the door, look at the android, and say, "This place is messed up. Something really, really bad has happened here."
The message would indicate as much.
I wonder why our ship's name was in the drawing, though.
Because they were to be attacked by the Raza.
This door here is closed.
It is closed.
She's got a pistol in her hand. She's like readying that first, just in case. But I'll try and open it.
With some residual power left in the building, it does open.
And what are the rooms like?
The rooms look like they're a little bit dirty. Definitely very dusty now. You're looking into the living quarters of somebody who works hard and doesn't have a lot to show for it. And you can see the mud, or not mud, but dirt caked work boots in the corner. You can see the threadbare computer chair and the computer that has long since powered itself off. Mouse just sitting there. Older computers, obviously.
Very dusty, I'm assuming.
Very dusty. You might even hear 291 sneezing because of how dusty things are. Trying to play into your feeling sick there.
Sorry, yeah. Thank you.
So if you have to sneeze on microphone,
I have it on push to talk, so we should be good.
I guess the last thing I'll do, if you want to cut back, is just open this door, see what's in this one, and then I don't mind you cutting back. I don't want to take up too much time.
Oh no, I was just BSing there, and it looks much the same. You're looking at the workspace or the living space of a manual laborer.
Okay. I'll start heading that way, then, I guess. If you wanna, if people are doing other things. I don't know what 255 and 713 are doing. So
I'm gonna go ahead and undoor all these doors and I'll admit to you that this map here is very much a test to make sure that I can use lighting and decently sized maps.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll ask, as you guys are moving around, how is everyone's computer handling this?
Yeah, fine. I've got
Yeah,
a
mine's good.
pretty decent computer, so
Mine seems to
Yeah.
be doing okay.
Even my laptop is handling this fine.
Okay. The site is restrictive, but I had to do that because anything more than this 20 meters of vision and 5 meters of fog clearing was crippling me on the GM side.
mm-hmm.
So your characters should be able to see better than this, but for performance purposes, they've gone a little bit nearsighted.
Yeah, I like it as it is. I think it'll give a good. I do like dynamic lighting. It's one of my favorite things about Roll20.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons that we chose Roll20 when we first started playing again after dropping the VD, the Virtual Dave. We're looking at the Roll20 and whatever the other option was. I can't even remember now.
Tabletop simulator, probably.
No, that wasn't in our consideration. It was like Forge something.
Fantasy something, Fantasy Grounds, I think.
Fantasy, yeah, Fantasy something. And this one because of the lighting. So I try to make use of that for when I can, because that is the sole reason I'm using it instead of something else.
Nice.
So yeah, continue exploring their.
Oh, that's weird. Strange note. These things here aren't there on this map. The walls there don't have any dynamic lighting at them.
Oh, yep, no, I just completely forgot to put those walls there.
That's alright. But yeah, she's not like thoroughly searching unless she sees them. She's just like basically taking a quick glance, looking up and down, just making sure there's no extra bodies. Fortunately, she found one extra body, but she doesn't want to talk about that. And I assume these rooms are very much the same, dusty, and they look lived in, pretty much.
They look lived in. So far, the only body you found that was not over here at this barricade was that child's body.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll head back to the group.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and refocus over on. Well, I see 872 has made his way over to 291, so let's go there. 291, not having any difficulty really bringing the computer online.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the dust, really. That's
Yeah.
the only challenge you're having. It loads up like a futurized modern computer.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
It's got an OS. It's got a graphical interface.
Does the background have like a company logo or something?
It does, in fact. It has Paradis mining facility. Hang on, let me. Make sure.
Oh yeah, we learned that last time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on a few drugs.
That's okay.
Does this computer give me access to like cameras, or
This computer does not know.
does it have let's see, ledgers or anything like that?
That actually is what this computer looks like. Is a visitor computer / hey look, these are what products we have.
Gotcha.
Its homepage is Paradis shipping site, basically, where you can see the status of orders, you can place orders. This is a mining facility, and they mine and cut ore.
Mm-hmm. Is there a visitor's log? I don't expect whoever killed them to have signed in, but maybe it'll give us a better timeline than 5 to 8 months.
There's no visitors log.
Oh, okay. Um, what else was there? Oh yeah. So I had 872 gave me a bunch of the guns that he found on the ground. All right. And we were talking about if he could check them to see if any of them work.
Okay, I see that. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, one moment. So the guns are functional. They'll probably need a bit of maintenance, and they are missing ammo, but they're not missing a whole lot of ammo. Doesn't look like anybody had a chance to fully empty their clip.
So I want to do
Alright.
something.
They look just fine. Can use them.
Okay. I'm gonna start taking a couple of them apart and putting the best pieces back together into one gun.
Okay. That'll take some time.
Well, I just don't want the gun to explode in my hand. So
I mean, you could just wait and then repair them later.
I mean, they're fine. They only got dropped once.
Ouch. Yeah,
No,
that is something that
As-
291 can do, but that project is probably going to take longer than the scope of this.
all right, then I'll just take the best looking one.
Okay. No, she had that level 2 of creative.
I do have level 2 of creative.
Yeah, well then you can take them apart and fashion them into a slingshot if you wanted to.
Yeah, cotton candy machine.
Or a cotton candy machine. That's, good thinking. Something that's not a weapon.
How
Yeah.
are you getting cotton candy? You didn't even put any sugar in it.
Well, you see, if you take the gunpowder and get rid of all the useless stuff, it's
knew-
basically sugar.
I knew this was going to come up with gunpowder.
Yeah, you say that, and then you bite down, and then you explode.
Like Pop
Oh
Rocks.
yeah, that is a little bit of a side effect.
Better idea. Make some pop rocks with it.
Ooh, those are real bad for your teeth.
Yeah, I imagine.
Just snort it.
Oh, jeez.
Does 291 want to do anything else with the computer?
No. If it's just like these are the products we offer. Then
Well, it is in networked.
Oh, in that case, the hacking begins.
Okay. What is 291 trying to do with hacking?
I want to see if there are cameras from around the time that these people died.
Yeah. One moment. Did I put hacking in a handout, Nick? I did.
Yes.
Oh, but I didn't actually put the descriptions
No,
of.
It's in a rules handout.
Yeah, I have to update that a bit because some of those things have changed. Well, the unhackables, the black box
Mhm.
being unhackable has changed. And yeah, no, I want to bring up the full rules that has the full on descriptions of all those actions. Okay, so this is answering a specific question. You want to know if the computer that you're on is networked into cameras.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll program/int.
My best skill. Hey, I actually rolled pretty well. All right.
Nice. Unlike all those attempts at the sensor.
Look, it's just a sensor system. It doesn't like me.
Um, going against all logic, yes, this computer does have access to the cameras and security systems of the facility.
Okay.
And it's just
Uh,
sitting right out there, huh?
It is
No
just-
wonder this place got fucking bodied.
well, now, a 17-year-old girl did have to type some things onto it.
Yeah, look, there was
Oh.
panels opening up, there was like numbers crawling across the screen. It was very intense.
Great.
And this is taking
Great.
10 minutes. So while you think about how you want to use that information, I'm going to flip back over to 255 and 713. 713, Water is not with us today. He has personal life obligations, which he can
Boo.
talk about at our next session. I'm sure he'll be very happy to. However,
Let me see. What was I looking through these for?
you
think it
were
was-
looking for any kind of identifications. You had already found that they're minors,
Mm-hmm.
but you were looking for more, I believe.
That's probably correct. Identifications. I think I wanted to see if there were any like key cards or just keys on any of them.
Mm-hmm.
So giving each of these corpses a good quick pat down, and then maybe examining the wounds inflicted on them a little bit closer.
I think, yeah, that rings a bell of what you wanted to do as well. Okay, so let's. Do you have notice 1, or do you have notice?
No,
Okay.
I've noticed -1.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and roll that then. You
All
can
right.
use int or wisdom.
All right, let's do.
Alrighty.
I'm going to go ahead and use my expert reroll just for the hell of it.
Okay.
Wait, that is once per scene, isn't it?
It is once per scene, and
Yeah,
this
might as well then.
Scene may extend, depending on what you guys do.
Right. There.
Okay.
That's better. 11.
Excuse me. I need to clear my desk a little bit for note taking. Among the dead, you do find one who does not seem to fit in. Let's see if I already. There you go. The larger man appears to have had something removed, some armor, and it is not holding a pistol or clutching a semi-automatic pistol or revolver like the others are. Two things you notice about him. One, he's the only one that was killed by a bullet in the head. The others appear to have been killed by just being shot. He does have other wounds. He was shot in the course of battle, but he also has a bullet in his head.
Right. Now, looking closer at the entry point, can I tell with my medical knowledge of what sort of caliber bullet may have killed him?
You can. It looks like it was a bullet from a TL4 ballistic weapon.
Okay, so not one of the things these people are carrying.
Definitely not one of the things that these people are carrying.
Interesting. All right.
Also, nothing that even 872 is carrying. There's a TL4.
Yeah, right, TL4. So an actual modern, or well, future modern military weapon.
Mhm.
All right. Is there any sort of identification on this person?
Yes. You find dog tags identifying him as Terry Strap Murphy. And I'll actually edit this handout with the information.
Okay. But he doesn't appear to be dressed like the miners, so either some sort of mercenary maybe, or full military. Interesting. Regardless.
Hmm. There we go. Okay. Is that changed on your screen?
It is not. Let me open that up again.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can also see there are shards of a helmet of some sort in the bullet hole leading into his head.
Mm-hmm. Not a very good one, clearly.
Well, you know.
But yeah, not good enough anyway.
Definitely not good enough.
All right. Think I found all I'm likely to find amongst these amongst the dead. So I'll go ahead and let them drop. And I guess I see 104 and the android coming back down. So I'll look up and up at them. So have you two found anything pertinent?
We found a dead child.
Shot in the
So
chest.
nothing.
Go ahead, sorry.
Did you find anything other than a dead child?
I haven't been that far yet, but the rooms are all empty. Except that child. Oh, and something of note that might be interesting. Here, and she kind of takes out the folded piece of paper out of her pocket and holds it out to him.
Okay. So the picture marked with the
Raza,
monster
yeah.
with the Raza.
Mhm.
Okay. 255 is not going to be particularly surprised. Well, he's not going to be surprised by this at all. Just nod.
I would like to kind of gauge how, because she doesn't know what happened while she was away, but people have started acting differently since she was in that in the icebox. So if possible, I'd like to try and read his emotions. Well, no, I'm going to commit effort for the scene to read his emotions to this.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, he's not surprised by this at all. He's basically just filing it away as another piece of information.
Mm-hmm. Does this trigger any
He
memories?
is a little wary, though.
Does it trigger any sort of memories in your head about?
No memories, no, but it does seem in line with the transmission
Mm.
we detected earlier. Well, Captain, do you feel like you're the sort of person to do all this?
Of course not.
Based on what we've seen so far, these people were, or believed they were, being attacked by a group identified as as part of the Raza. Our ship has a similar identification.
That is concerning, yes. I assume something
Furthermore,
like this.
most of us have, based on my examination of what records I could collect from the ship, have been a part of the ship's crew for, well, months to years.
Hmm.
Still, I'm much more curious about what whoever did this was attacking this facility for.
No, it's a mining facility, possibly resources. I saw a storage room up to the. She kind of points down the hallway over there.
It was completely empty, you said?
I haven't checked. I've only been down to the crew's quarters. Me and 577 we're gonna head there next.
Well, I'll head there with you then.
Very well. Just, have you got a weapon? I fear we may find someone alive.
I am still holding the shotgun.
Very good. But yes, I think we should definitely check the storage room out next, see if anything's left in this place. If there are resources left, we know it wasn't a looting job and there's something else at hand. Although the way that these people were executed, this was planned. This wasn't an attack of opportunity.
If this was about resources, it would make far more sense to leave the people alive, so they can find more.
Exactly.
Not necessarily. It really depends on what resource it was exactly,
Mhm.
and how much that whoever it was needed.
Did we?
Still, we should look around for more.
Did we figure out what sort of? This was an iron mine, right?
I haven't gone into what specific metals are mined, except that they're starship grade when they're processed.
So it's just stuff you can make ships out of. That kind.
Yes, exactly.
Miscellaneous space metal.
Yes.
Probably want something
Miscellaneum?
lighter.
Miscellaneum.
Miscalanium. The new unobtainium. But yeah. I guess me 255 and the android are gonna head up north then. Don't know whatever. Is 713 not here?
The player is not here today.
Okay. And where's? Oh, they're down there still. Okay, I got confused. Yeah, I guess we'll start heading up to where the storage room was.
Okay. Let's follow that for another minute, or two, and then we'll switch back to 291.
Might see some stalls here. So what kind of crates are these?
These crates look like they are product ready for movement.
She's just gonna like walk up to one and just. Is it openable?
Yeah, it's openable.
You should just kind of lift it. She's got a pistol pointed aside just in case anyone's hiding.
They've been waiting in ambush for 6 months.
You find crates of refined ship-grade metal. Processed,
close.
refined, and packaged.
Well,
Closes it. This could be useful if we want to haul it back to the ship.
it's also interesting because it means whoever attacked this facility,
Wasn't
potentially
looking for
us,
loot.
wasn't here for this.
Are any of these any of these two computers on?
None of them are on, but you do see a couple more bodies as you're delving farther here. They look like they were trying to cower and hide, and they were shot.
Another execution. I don't know what 577 emotional processing like, but 255 you can definitely see that 104 is visibly distressed by this, but is doing her best to stay calm. She does not like this at all.
There's I don't know if it's evident on the map. There's a door here, and yes, and over there.
Is this a door?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep checking. Stores. I'm guessing more bodies in these.
No, there are only a couple more in this area, and I didn't place them on the map because I didn't have any good or decorations that matched the rest of it. But we'll say there's one that was hiding over here, and one that was hiding over here at the computer you pointed at.
You're on the GM layer, by the way, so we don't see your pings.
Ah, you're correct. Here and here.
Ah. Is this the door, or is it the other? Is it that?
The other one is a window, but it's blocked up by map making stuff.
Take a look inside here. What's this area like?
Let's see. That's right. You do not see that. All right. This appears to be a file room.
Ah, this might be useful. Any
There's,
papers? Any
There are.
papers? In the
There's
floor?
scattered personnel and medical files, mining logs, purchase orders, transactions with various corporations.
104 is going to take everything she can.
Okay.
Any papers she can. In fact, all of them if possible.
Okay. There, as she's, is she scooping indiscriminately, or is she looking at anything before she scoops?
She's just kind of like taking a quick, like skim reading, folding, putting away. Skim read, fold.
104.
Go ahead.
Hold a moment.
Yes.
Is there any indication of like what was this? Does it look like this room was like searched? And if so, does it look like is there any indication of what someone may have been searching for, like any particular area that looks extra thoroughly rifled through?
Well, the paperwork here all looks like, I mean, it looks like it either was searched or that it had a messy administrator. An administrator skill or administrate skill would help you try and decipher which of those scenarios it is.
Okay.
I was going to take administer, but before the session, I put it down to -1. Damn it.
I meanwhile do have administer.
Administer is one of those skills that I think is so overlooked, but it's okay. Some background. I work in government. I've worked in government my entire working life. So I may place too much emphasis on administer. Let me know if you think that's the case as we play.
When you're telling me you're part of the bourgeoisie.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
So what you're telling me is you're a member of the bourgeoisie. Right, we're killing the GM, boys.
No. He's a government worker.
Yeah.
He's not an owner of the means of production.
No, I'm a public servant.
First against the wall when the revolution comes.
I'm more of a communist than anything, I guess, if you can go by by work. Public service is not how you make money unless you are taking bribes.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just assist the administration check then.
Okay.
Administer check.
How would you like to assist?
Just like being a second pair of eyes.
Okay, so with either notice or administer.
Hell yeah! Notice with what skill? What stat?
This seems like more of an intelligent thing, but I'll let you make a case for wisdom if you'd like.
A 104 is not very smart. Is that a good case?
Well, keep going. How is more of the passive observation of things and intuition?
She's got a good memory, I guess, with wisdom.
She's got psychic powers, GM.
She's got a good memory, and she's definitely more of a reader in the terms of both people and information. She just kind of the person who takes it all in and thinks about it.
Okay. Okay.
Rather than being a huge brain. Pro
If
gamer.
you want to go that route, I would even let you try rolling a connect instead of admin
Oh.
or.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of way she would be doing it.
Okay. So it
The
does still need
file-
to be wisdom, not charisma, but wisdom connect I'm perfectly fine with for an assist.
I am going to. Can I? Yep, I am going to commit effort for the day and re-roll that. I believe that's something I can do.
Yeah,
Doesn't it-
as
You know what,
written,
that's-
it is.
Yeah.
It was intended to be used with actual people, and not the things that they have left behind.
You may
gonna
want to
say-
rewrite that for the future.
The files
Because as
will
it
only
is, she's-
aroused as you ruffle through them.
She's reading the mind of.
Thinking about I'm telepathically connecting with the trees that these papers used to be.
I'm going to
Yeah.
allow it, and I'll make an assessment later on if I feel like it gives it too much weight. But it's really supposed to be more of that's her background, as opposed to and it's actually rerolled with your telepathy skill.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I am okay.
Would
So
that change
telepathy-
anything though?
I don't think so.
It wouldn't change the modifiers. No.
Okay, then we'll keep the same roll.
Look, do not hurt. Those
Does
are the
that add a +1 to me?
exact same dice? I got a 1 and a 4, and the second time I got a 1 and a 4 in that order as well.
My rationale for that is as a background focus, it's more of a way of how she looks at things than it is her specific psychic ability with regard to people.
Mm.
And I'll
But yeah.
assess later if I think that that's too broad, so don't abuse it.
Okay.
That, however, does not give you a +1 bonus.
Okay.
Just kind of stands there with her hands over the paper for a few seconds and says, "It's definitely paper."
All right. I got distracted watching you do this. And... It's like, what are you doing?
Man, I am so glad I have not thrown combat at you guys. These rolls. What are you doing to the dice? Which dice gods have you offended?
The D6 dice gods, the D20 gods are happy with me. Look,
I see that.
Oh, dear.
watch me never roll above a fucking 5 now. For
And
forever.
you used your reroll.
Mhm.
Android. Actually,
It's
no.
difficult to make out whether it's just messy organization and sloppy filing, or if somebody has rifled through.
Mhm.
You can assume whichever you like, but you've got no evidence to back it up.
I'll just kind of look to 255 and say, "So what were you looking for?"
Just see if there's anything indicating whether someone may have been searching for something in here. But now,
I say we just take everything and give it to the Is it 291 the programmer? They'd probably have a better time looking through this sort of information, right?
or we could give it to the android who's standing right behind me.
Yeah, we could give them something to do. I just kind of look and say, Android, collect all these papers and try and log everything. If
Okay,
that's something that you can do.
I can do that. However, I do feel my talents might be better fixing the ship.
This might be a part of it. I don't know. I'm not good with techie stuff. I just think we should definitely have a copy of all this information.
Just do it. You can play with the ship later.
I don't really play with the ship, though if I wanted to, I could do it right now.
No, I don't think you could actually. That's kind of why we were here.
You'd be surprised.
Please just log the files.
Okay.
What is 577 doing with those instructions?
She is going to go in and basically start reading every single file that is in there. Cataloging it all.
Alrighty. Let's pan back over to 291. 713, since 872 is down there, 713 has followed with you guys. He's very short on words today. 291, what was your next question to, not question, but what was your next hacking of the computer?
Well, since we have video, I want to look at the video.
Alright.
Do I need to roll hack again?
You will. I'm just trying to decide if that's answer a specific question again.
I mean, my specific question is, can I, like, is the video from that time period still around, I guess?
I think it would be more of get general information though.
Okay.
You're, unless, well, correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like you're trying to access any available video that is present.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't
yeah,
want
I
to just know
guess.
if it's there. You've already found that it's connected to the video to the security system. You don't want to just know if there is video. You want access to it all if it is there.
Yeah.
It might be subvert.
Yeah, because at this point, I think I'm trying to just. This is my system now.
Let's go
Stop
for the...
asking for. I was gonna say stop asking for pesky passwords and just let me in.
Subvert would be more like changing what is being shown on security cameras.
Okay.
In these rules, there isn't really a I'm the administrator now, I'm your bitch now, or you're my bitch now, or whatever. However you like to interact with computers, no judgment.
Look, I just changed the status to it's complicated.
That seems appropriate. I think the only one in here that really is I own you now is the complete database acquisition, and even that still isn't you're in control of the computer. It's just you have everything that was on the computer.
Yeah,
All the
that's
way
what I was
through.
saying subvert, because it says control the operation within the device's normal parameters, so you're actually taking control of the system. And then you just keep doing so.
In this context, or in that context, I believe the device is whatever you are trying to manipulate. So if you're, and not just, hey, this is the computer, this is the device, but I'm trying to subvert the cameras. The cameras are the device, not the computer that you're hacking at. Or I'm trying to control all the gates between here and there. Again, the gates are the device that you're subverting, not the computer that you're hacking at. If you wanted to do the gates and then the cameras, those would end up being two different subvert hack actions. Like I said, you can't just hack it and say, I can do anything I want with it now.
Gotcha. It's always gonna fight you.
It's supposed to always fight you.
Okay. Well, I just want to see the camera feeds from the time when.
And I'll also
when
point
the
out
attack
that
happened.
both subvert and get general information are both difficulty 10, so
Yeah.
we'll make it a combination of them
Okay.
in just getting to the camera information. Your difficulty is 11.
Can I support 291 by talking to her, like motivating her, saying her, "You're great. You look so so beautiful today."
Motivational assists have their place. This isn't one of them.
Also, that's my thing, motherfucker.
I also feel like that might demotivate her.
I'm trying to hack it. You're beautiful.
Look, you're really blending with the crew. Everybody loves you.
Oh, wait a
Yeah.
second. It could even be more uncomfortable. As to start, they message the start at the back of 291, touching her neck, so like giving her a massage. So she's safe.
So in other words, she gets so uncomfortable that she speeds everything up to be done faster just to escape that.
I need out of here.
Oh, Jesus.
So the GM answer is no. Is there some other way 872 wants to try and aid her?
Now he's
no,
not
probably
saying you
not.
can't still do that.
That's correct.
Just is going to help.
Oh, God.
No. I will let 291 do whatever she thinks is best.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Xander, if you want, since she knows how much more difficult this is getting, if you want, she can kind of pause her place and wait until somebody who can assist can come by.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that, because I'm not going to roll an 11 on a programming check. That's not... It's possible, but...
Should I?
Very possible.
Who of our crew should I get to you?
Well, let's leave this for now, and we'll both go, because I don't want to leave. I don't want to be here by myself. This place creepy. There's all these dead bodies.
All right, let's go.
Okay. You guys meet back up. 104-255, and you were leaving the file room, right?
Yeah, we've just given all the files to 577, and we were going to continue exploring while they did that, I think.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and remove this door over here, assuming that at some point you remove it. And it tells the same story that you guys have pretty much already discerned. There's machinery in there with valuable parts that if somebody were if somebody were looting this place, they would have taken the tons of metal here. They would have cannibalized some of the parts that are in here.
Hey, Cube. Can I figure out how much this stuff is, like, worth?
Yes, but I did not recognize your voice. Who was talking? I'm sorry.
Sorry, that's
Okay.
Xander.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you absolutely can try to determine how much it's worth. You can make a trade check.
Hey, something I'm good at. Hopefully. God, I hope I didn't just jinx myself. No, it's definitely not strength. So let's do intelligence. What happened? Why didn't it roll?
Maybe you should have done strength.
Why is it not rolling? Oh, there it goes. That was weird.
Alright, I'll take your first one. I know that did not use your reroll.
Thank you.
So,
kind of a weird lag there.
I'm going to take this opportunity to give a quick rundown of how I'm doing trade for those of you who have not read every single word I've written. And that is that I really like the idea of rolling 2d6, so I had to work that in. I did not want to use the Sons of Gold entirely, but I am in small part. Anything that is considered a commodity or a product outside of normal shipping, and you guys as adventurers will always be outside of normal shipping except for specific plot points or perhaps character development, because you don't have all the contracts, the contacts, the permits, the everything that people get for conducting a shipping business. So even if you're buying and selling things that are normally being shipped from one place to another, you're still outside normal shipping, and that's all called outship. So these starship grade metals are outships, and when you go to sell them, there are two, three. We'll call it two components. Oh, three components. The first is the 2d6 roll. When you go to sell, it takes a week to sell under normal conditions, and during that week, a 2d6 is rolled. That 2d6 represents the best offer among multiple that you were able to find in 2d6 to either buy a product tonnage of a product or to sell tonnage of a product. So there's no negotiating on that. That 2d6 is then multiplied by that product's factor. So on average, you'll be multiplying 7 times whatever the factor is, and then times however many tons you have to sell. So to answer your question in the middle of this, these have a factor of 210. So on average, you'll be looking at, what's that, 1470 per ton.
And how many tons?
I'll get to that in just a second. Actually,
Gotcha,
that answer will come later. There's only a couple tons in here, maybe 4 or 5.
Okay.
The other factor, the third factor, I think that's where I'm at, is if there are needs. Planets and worlds can need certain things, and those needs will add to the 2d6 roll. So
Gotcha.
if
So
you
if
take
we find a
this-
planet that needs spaceship stuff, it'll be better.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The 2d6 is for both buying and selling, so obviously you want to roll low buying and sell high selling. You do not have to take an offer once you've spent the week curating it.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing that happens is taken kind of from Sons of Gold, except modified to be one less die roll. That 2d6 roll also determines if there's any unwanted attention. And that is determined by if you roll doubles on any of the die. Well, if you roll any doubles, then that's the attention that you attracted.
Gotcha. So does that include because I have the Shrewd Merchant thing where I roll 3d6 and drop one? Do I get to pick which one, or does it just do the lowest one, or?
Let me refresh my memory on that real quick. Because funny enough, I actually kind of worked the revised trade rules around 291 because I knew I'd given her.
I'm the only merchant.
Yep.
Sick.
Hey man, in later levels I can just make people as intelligent as a baby with my memory editing, so don't worry. We'll work together well.
Nice.
That is a 2d6 you're talking about. No, that's for actual skill checks. So if you're...
Well, you said that the notice was based on the skill check, right?
Yes, okay, I misheard you. The check that you just rolled, yes, that would be
Was
the
like
3d6 drop.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the next number that I rolled was a 2, so that's fine. It would be the same.
Either way, you got the same information.
Yeah. But no, but like when we do actual trading stuff, when I roll it, can I choose to drop a different one so I don't have doubles?
The 2d6 roll isn't a skill check.
Okay.
That's just an offer check, basically.
Oh, okay. So I don't get to do 3d6 on that one.
That's correct.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So yeah, factor of 210. You've got. We'll just give it 5 tons here.
Mm-hmm. So 1,050 times whatever I roll for trading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So not enough to run the ship for 6 months, but not a terrible amount of money.
Yeah, it's a start.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we have no way of getting it onto the ship, so right now it's just information. Hey, this is like $7,000 worth of credits. 7,000 credits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's also $7,000 worth of, repair materials.
Yeah.
Which the ship probably needs.
Hey,
yeah.
Robo Woman, would you be able to carry it on the ship?
She's
Yes, I knew it would end up that way, but the Robo Woman is also currently busy reading files.
dedicated all her CPUs to reading this.
All right.
Okay.
Actually archiving them. So, yes.
Yeah.
So I come in and I see the pile of money, and then after being distracted for a couple seconds, so I found cameras, but I can't. Well, I'm not sure I want to try accessing them. Maybe somebody better skilled can try. Maybe we could find out what's happening here.
We could probably also look for a actual security room with normal access to the cameras.
I mean, you guys looked around. Did you see one?
There are other buildings. This
Yeah.
is just one of many.
I've just had to pass away and do stuff. I heard pile of money.
Oh, you missed a lot.
Potential money. It's a pile of potential money.
Oh, okay. So someone appraised the metal. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's like 7,000 euro.
Ooh,
Euros.
7,000 7,000 credits.
Let's see. Proton pesos.
They actually are just credits.
Dang it!
I'm sorry, it's just credits.
So
Space
boring.
bucks. 7,000 space bucks.
New yen? Is this Shadowrun now?
Look, I was just going through all the cool, fancy, like future money that I could think of.
Future money. There you go.
Oh dear.
Well, I decided that the exchange has defined the credits as a arbitrary value for the exchange of services and goods.
Most people exchange bottle caps nowadays.
Oh, those are far future credits.
That's
you know.
other dust.
Hey, there's a chap back home that wants to go back to DMARC standard.
Other dust is amazing.
Look, if I have to buy bread with a wheelbarrow, it's not happening.
7,000 pieces of 8.
Oh shit, that's funny.
So,
Right,
Monos,
so-
I think you were one of the ones that said that you'd read through all of the house rules and stuff.
I've read through a good number of them. Yeah.
Okay. Did you read through the trading add-on or modification?
The 2d6 stuff where you're basically basing it on what they need and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I took a quick skim read of the trading rules.
Okay.
104 probably won't get into it too much. Is the reason I didn't.
The 7,000 is coming from these have a factor of 210. You'll multiply that by the 2d6 roll plus whatever needs are on there. If there's no needs, average of 7, 5 tons comes to 7,000.
Around 7,000.
Around 7,000. Yeah.
Minus the skimming fee.
So it's about 7,000 here for 5 tons of starship grade metals. Touching on another out of character point made. Sorry, Lulu, these will not work for ship repairs. You can, however, salvage and scavenge machinery that you find here, much like has been done to your ship.
Yeah, can we? Is there mining equipment? Is there on like any visible?
Yeah.
I guess we haven't gone into any of the other buildings yet, so maybe one of them.
We'll have to explore the mines themselves.
Oh God, not the mines of whatever this planet is.
Stat.
Speak, friend, and enter.
So I'm not planning to make this a literal dungeon crawl through empty buildings.
It's fine. It's fine. We're not going in empty buildings. We're going into the mines, and we're going to fight giant spiders.
Look, one of these buildings has to have a rat infestation. That's like this is like the third. It's gotta be an inn, and it's gotta have a rat infestation.
Yep.
This is only the first village you've been in. You don't have rats in
Right.
the first village. It's always the second one.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It's goblins, right?
Jesus. So I walk up to Andy and I'm like, "Hey, Andy, you busy?
Yes.
Hey, can you stop being busy and maybe come look at this thing so we can see who attacked this place?"
I can, but it would prevent me from filing all these files.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Please discuss amongst yourself how you would like me to act.
You were told to listen to the captain, so...
What? All right. Sorry. What are you trying to get her to do?
She's just basically filing all the files.
No, I'm. What's
Oh.
291 asking her to do?
I've gained access to the cameras, but I need somebody who's better at programming to actually look at the cameras. So we can see who attacked this place and what they were doing here.
Right, because if you're not good enough at programming, you can't look at cameras. I forgot.
Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah.
Can I read the minds of the cameras? No.
No.
Again, I think we might be better served just by looking in the other buildings, trying to find the security office, if they have one.
I think we should, rather than possibly risking corrupting or breaking the system, we should probably just look for it the easy way and find the security office. I agree with 255 though.
I think if other people were here, they probably would have cleaned up the bodies by now. We should be mostly safe. At least from the miners.
I think we'll be safe from everything. This place is
Well,
Whoever
I don't know anything about the indigenous life forms. I know
most of it's
Yeah.
underground from what I was able to figure out.
Right, so maybe we shouldn't go in the mines.
That's... Yeah. You see, she kind of gets a realization on her face that she hasn't really thought about yet. It's like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. We probably shouldn't go down there until we've at least searched all of the surface buildings.
Hey,
Whether...
Did the computer the greeting computer, did it have a map, a layout, this is the administration building type thing?
No, it didn't.
No,
Not
that's-
that you not that was accessed easily without
Gotcha.
further
It
hacking.
wasn't like saved on the desktop.
No.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
That is something that you could get with a specific question.
Okay, well, I mean, we could just go look. That's fine.
You can also do that, yeah. Alright, information about the file room has been provided to the android. I'm going to give Myri a moment to look over that and determine what the android is doing with the
Done.
information.
I have phenomenal reading speeds.
Excellent.
She files that away.
Okay.
Yeah,
What with all the
I
other
mean,
stuff?
that is why we made you read the whole damn thing.
No, I mean, I as a player have a fantastic reading speed. The second it popped up, I basically read it.
Oh.
It's very annoying if you're online and see spoilers. I basically have read it before I can look away.
Well, that's good to know. So if we never ever need someone to catalog an entire administrative office in real life, we'll make you do it.
You wouldn't be
So
the
I
first
kind of...
person.
Have you cataloged everything then? And I'll just kind of say, so, anything stand out about the information that you found?
Just a look distress call.
A distress call? Well, when?
About 6 months ago.
Did anyone receive it?
Technically, we did.
How long
And
do
just to
we
confirm,
stay?
it is the same distress call we picked up, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
How long were we in stasis for?
About the same time. But this just confirms that, well, I feel conflicted. I'm not supposed to tell you about the call.
The call?
It's quite all right, Android. Go ahead and explain.
Well, the call we received indicated that they were looking for assistance because the Raza Vanguard was coming. Then in the second call, they said they were here. They pleaded for the women and children, given the bodies, to no avail. Everybody's dead.
Do you make those transcripts available to everyone?
Yeah.
Oops, did that in the wrong order, but I'll fix that in a second.
I mean, technically they were available. We were just some people decided not to talk about it.
Well, now the actual handouts are flashed up on your screens, and I see 291 found the child's room.
So they weren't lying about the children. I was suspicious about that. No, not really.
Well, one thing's for certain, crew. We've got to change the name of our fucking ship.
Hey, DM, I have a
can't.
question.
Yes, question for the DM.
Do we gain EXP for having killed all these people?
You do not.
So do you think you leveled up to level 2? That's why you got 2 XP last time.
I mean, we got 2 XP last mission, but or last session, but oh dear. Anyway, I'm sorry. I think I interrupted someone.
I was just saying that we need to change the name of the ship.
We can't.
Oh.
Not without the black box missing.
I mean, you could-
I switched it around, Nick. That's no longer encoded strictly in the black box. Remember?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's
is
not
it-
the computer.
All right, was the name the Raza painted on the hull?
It wasn't actually painted on the hull, no.
Okay, good. I was going to say, all right, let's just paint over that.
Although that would have been a good idea.
Just
Do you want to retroactively say it was painted on the hull?
I don't.
Okay.
It isn't
Wait a
appropriate.
second.
Even
You
if
say-
it would be funny, it isn't appropriate.
So now everyone knows that our ship is called Raza and that also the ones who attacked that mining facility.
Well, I think we already knew that we were called the Raza.
Yeah, it's
Or at
on
least
the,
we think that's what we were called because that's what the ship said.
Yeah, it was on. It was
I'd
on
like
the
to
captain's
point out-
podium.
I'd like to point out, look at the pronouns. They do not
Yeah.
describe the Raza as a singular entity.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
And as 291 was exploring through the rooms before coming to the child's room, there were other computers that looked like they were of a personal nature in those rooms.
Guys, maybe we should delete every log that we found here. I mean, not to say that we are guilty, but others might think so.
I have a better idea. Hey, Android. Please collect all hard drives from computers in this building.
Why not use the entire computer? We certainly have
We
a lack
don't-
of electronic parts.
We don't really need the entire computer.
I mean, we could. Use
I
the
mean,
entire
if
computer.
if Andy offers it, he can carry every computer to the ship. I mean, it's nice of him. Her.
That would probably take a little bit of time. I
I'm
mean,
sure-
I guess if we all want personal computers, we can take a bunch of personal computers.
I already had to cannibalize the tactical systems to get the electronic and computing
That's
parts.
actually a good point.
It
All
would
right.
be nice to replace them.
Let's see if we can find some sort of cart or something around here and just maybe load stuff on that so we don't have to make the android walk back and forth for several hours.
Maybe you could also ask the android to bring the ship closer to the entrance.
I don't know if that's... Do we have even the fuel for that?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think...
713 says no, you do not.
Okay.
Yeah, we should explore the other buildings, see what else we
Okay.
got.
All right. Let's go do that then.
Okay.
Were we already in that corridor?
Didn't the captain go down there? 104?
I went down which way? The hallways? Yeah.
Yeah, you can consider this facility here, this building, is sufficiently explored. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit more of an abstract and faster approach than, as I said, hex by hex or meter by meter for exploring the rest of the mining facility.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Oh, you mean this isn't going to be the next 3 months?
This is not going to be the next 3 months. No, I want you guys
I was enjoying it though.
out of the tutorial and able to interact with the greater galaxy in a more sandbox fashion. Right now, this is very railroad. I know that.
Okay.
But and so yeah, I'd like to let you guys finish with this. Do what you need to do here in a mechanical and reasonable fashion, and then move along. So, to the first effort in that is you find mines and scrap. There's more buildings. There's a vehicle bay. Where'd that go? Vehicle bay.
Are there any vehicles in it?
There are some vehicles in it. And let me just put both these out to you. Okay. The scene has not changed yet.
Okay.
Handful of vehicles there. They can be scrapped for spare parts if you like.
I'd be inclined towards saying let's keep one ATV Explorer and the hover cycle. That might be a good idea.
All of them, except Pelican, need some amount of repairs. More thorough investigation will give you an idea how much more repairs. Pelican is fine though.
Well, all right. Let's keep the Pelican hold on. Can I edit this stupid thing?
Yeah, actually. Let me.
Thank you.
There you go. Can be edited.
All right. Let me hop back in there. I can't remember how much space did we have in our
200 tons.
Right. How much does an ATV weigh? Probably not even that much. Not nearly that. Not much. Oh, that's right. Ah, God, where is it? There we go.
Under vehicles.
Yeah.
Strip mines. That's the wrong term for it, and I forgot what the right term for it is. These kind of circular flat mine things. I'm just going to keep calling it a strip mine because that's easier.
Mm-hmm.
Use incredibly large machinery, and that can all be scrapped. Some of the stuff that you scrap will be for sellable junk. Most of those computers will be sellable junk. They're not even really worth being scrap parts. The machinery, you'll be able to get a lot of actual scrap or spare parts out of those. And so at this point it really is just a matter of, and I'll also make the file room handout available. What do you guys want to do? There are no threats here. There's just machinery that you can salvage and sellable junk that you can scrap, that you can salvage. Yeah.
I think the main concern I have right now is there anything like fuel around here?
Oh yes, and there's also fuel in the vehicle bay.
Okay, good. So there is fuel, and how about food or water?
You do find a pump or multiple pumps, and the sinks here work, although they're sluggish. It may be something that you could repair to get a full stream and completely resupply your ship so that it's a full 2 months worth of air support or life support on air and water.
Mm-hmm.
And food, you do find some packaged MREs.
That'll do.
So with a little bit of effort to repair whatever is making the pump sluggish, you guys can get your ship back up to the 2 months of life support point where the GM stops counting days.
No, I like the counting of days. Let's keep that around.
Yeah, GM counting.
Let's keep counting days and keep throwing people in the fucking stasis pods.
I believe I already asked this during my interview because I'm a long time Star Trek Numbers player. I was like, "Ooh, how much log keeping is there going to be?" And he was like, "I want to keep it as low as possible."
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I keep track of ship maintenance through a spreadsheet that I don't even have to think about.
Mm-hmm.
It just calculates how many days worth of ship maintenance are due based on what the current date is.
There you go.
Is there a possibility to get food and water off the planet or from the facilities?
Yes.
Would it require some work, or is it kinda already at hand?
The food is easy. The water is going to require some work from someone with fixed skill.
Would survive also qualify for that? In
Sure.
that situation?
Actually, yes. I'd allow that. So, crew and captain, how are you dividing up the work? You've got a lot of machinery that can be salvaged for spare parts. You've got a lot of things that can be salvaged for sellable junk.
Is there a shovel?
Is there what?
Try.
Is there a shovel?
Yes.
I start digging graves.
Okay. You've got graves that can be dug.
I guess I'm going to confirm that all individuals were killed by, aggressive action and see if they were all killed by similarly high-tech weaponry. To the one guy we found.
Yeah.
Does it look like they all died to TL4 military?
There it is.
Whatever.
Did the guy who got shot in the back of the head also?
It was in
Did
the
he
front
die
of the head.
from? Oh, it was the front of the head. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Could I use my lead skill to, like at the start, just like my lead skill to help people work a bit better in general and micromanage people?
This one, yes, I would allow.
Hell yeah.
Let me get back to Lou's question real quick. Yes, it does look like everyone was killed by advanced ballistic weapons.
And is there... did we ever find like a security office or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. And that can be a task that you set somebody to. So I've got 872 working on pumps.
By the way, there was one corpse with some kind of armor. Can we?
No, that
give it-
was that they looked like they were stripped of armor, I believe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I
The-
found pieces of the armor in the wounds
Right.
that looked like they got blown in.
All
you
right.
you saw that he was wearing an undersuit that the kind of that is typically worn for under heavier armor.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Then I'd ask others to look out for guns and ammunition and try to supply them with water and food.
Okay.
In that case, I believe I've got roughly as much programming skill as 291 at least, so I'm going to go ahead and head to the security office. If 577 wants to join me, I think 291 may be better served with getting some repairs started on our ship.
I'm looking for a bigger shovel.
Looking for a bigger shovel. That's a good point. Well, we are near a mine. Is there any like
Yeah, because I'm not gonna dig 57 graves by myself with a hand
Yeah,
shovel.
all right. Can he find like can she find like a bulldozer
Yes.
or a drill? Why don't you just drill a new mine for them and then dump them down there?
Oh damn.
Mm.
Technically, all you do is you line the bodies up, run the bulldozer over, and they will fit in all one grave.
That's a good point. Wait, no, it's not. It's the opposite of a good point.
Fucking terrifying is what it is, Andy. You really need to cut that out.
Wait a second, isn't it a mining facility? So here's already a hole somewhere. Why don't you just put the people inside the hole they already prepared? Isn't it even nice that they already dig their hole?
In some cultures, it's considered the height of respect to leave bodies out on the mountain and let vultures pick them clean.
That's some cultures, not our culture.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are not from that culture.
Hold on. We don't even know what cultures we're a part of.
Well, we're part of this culture. My culture. And we're saying we're burying them.
Imperialist.
Since whatever we do is for us more than for them, we're going to use our... Yeah?
Anyway, do what you like.
I think you cut out there. You can use your what?
Is there something that can dig a trench? Is there some working machinery that we can use?
Yeah, the machinery is in workable order.
Okay.
Not all of it, but most of it is. Even the vehicles that need repairs are workable, they just need some repairs.
Yeah.
By the way, what about first aid kits or survival kits? Do we find any of them?
That's actually a really good point.
You do?
I would like to raid the infirmary here too.
It's not really a raidable infirmary. Their infirmary is like the school nurse's office at a school, but it does have some materials.
They've got lots of. If it's like my school, they've got lots of weed and.
It's not like your school, although they do have some sedatives and relaxing medicines.
That'll do.
It can go towards restocking your med bay, so that it's at least workable. And you can also make 3 med kits out of what's there.
Yeah. All right, I'll go ahead and put together a med kit for myself, and then put the others in a bot, or put the rest of it in some container so we can haul it back to restock the med bay.
Okay, so I've got 872 on pump, 255 is scrounging through the infirmary and salvaging what what supplies are useful for your med bay. 291 is using construction equipment to dig graves. There are the big scoop things, so you can make graves fairly easily. What is 104 doing?
104 is looking to just help people where possible and
Okay.
just in general. Help people.
Android?
It's the android. I didn't go to android school just to be called android.
You didn't go to school at all. You're
Sorry,
an android.
the android.
First refuels the ship. Second, actually moves the ship closer, and then starts some repairs by scavenging.
Once you've got actual fuel in the ship, moving from one point to another isn't it's negligible, so
Okay.
you don't have to worry about fuel costs. The only time you will actually use fuel is in narrative moments, like you just experienced, or in spike jumps.
Got it.
And if anyone was paying attention, the android actually wasn't in the ship when the ship moved.
We'll get to that. Fuel and move ship. Alright, Monos, what is 713 doing?
The one that's not here?
Yes.
I don't know what 713 can do. What are they good at?
Well, he has good strength.
He's helping me collect the bodies.
Okay. How does that sound to you, Monos?
Sure, he's got good strength. May as well.
And he could drive the car, which is how you're probably actually going to move the bodies.
Yep. Alright.
Doesn't he also have telekinesis, so he could also make them fly?
I don't know if he knows he has telekinesis is the thing.
Well,
Jesus
he
Christ.
actually activated his shielding when we got
Yeah,
out of
he
the
did
ship,
do that,
so...
but he also indicated that that was instinctual.
It is also part of his background gift, so it's entirely justified. Let's not make decisions on how much he knows of his telekinesis.
Yeah.
we'll
Nobody in the crew knows that 104 has been reading everyone's mind, for example.
Exactly.
Not everyone.
Can I read an android's mind?
Well, is the android part of the crew?
While the android has a similar brain structure, it is.
Oh no, actually, yeah, it straight up says I can't read the minds of VIs or AIs.
Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
it is still in its programming code.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't work exactly like a human brain, just similar enough for certain effects.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that there is going to occupy the rest of your day. But you all accomplish what you're doing this day. 872, and maybe after fixing the pump, I assume he's also helping transfer that water to the ship, so that and the
Sure.
food. Okay. So pump/life support. So at the end of this day of exploration, you have found what I put on that handout. Whoops, I didn't put everything. Alright. That's because it's on a different handout. Hang on. Your DM is scattered.
Hey, I have a question. You said the android was mostly organic, right?
Well, no. It
It's like pseudo-organic.
Yeah, it has the android is synthetic. It has an organic-like brain.
Oh, okay. So it's got the positronic brain from Star Trek.
No, it doesn't have the positronic brain from Star Trek. It has a brain from a different inspiration.
It's got the whatever brain from space literature.
Actually, you now have pre-tech pit mine. Yes, you're correct, Lou. Thank you. You now have the ability to roll no on pre-tech.
Okay.
You rolled a 14 when you were um, assessing the android before, and I'm
Correct.
happy to springboard off of that. But go ahead and give me a no check.
Okay.
No.
No. What do I know?
You know that the Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to be fucked with.
Damn straight.
One moment. Oops. Hang on. Fumble fingers here, starts hitting enter on everything.
In a moment as well, do you reckon we could take a small break? If that's
That
okay with
is-
everyone else. We've hit the 2-hour mark and I just want to go breathe.
Okay. We're at 12:30. Start at 11. I think that actually works. You guys want to take that break right now?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
And then we'll come back with a more organized GM ready to narrate the end of this day and find out what you guys do for the rest of however long you stay here.
And tell me what the no roll resulted in me knowing.
Yes.
All right.
So back at 1.
No, not quite. Oh, I am looking at the right time. I'm sorry. I have my physical clock set 20 minutes early. Actually, it's gotten faster than that recently. And so I'm looking at my computer clock and I'm adjusting for the other clock and it's just not working right because my computer clock is correct.
Come back in 10 to 15 minutes, regardless.
Let's come back at about 1 o'clock. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
I didn't order it. I did it.
Yeah.
All
Me,
right.
single-handedly.
You aren't the executive officer for nothing.
Execute Order 60.
Oh, is
Okay. I mean, you're the most Jedi-like of us, so here we go.
that?
I think 713 is actually probably more Jedi-like.
Yeah, 713's got the lightsaber
Yeah.
and the push and pull things. 104 could, in theory, have Jedi mind tricks.
Is more the Jedi Sage if you played the Star Wars.
She
MMO.
104 is the consular, and
Yeah.
then 713 is the guardian.
Does that
How
mean
about
that the Raza is a counselor ship?
By the way, at level
Sure.
2, which is next level, I can literally make you stop thinking about things for a little bit.
You've
I can
gained the power of weed?
I can in at level 4 telepathy, I can just edit your memories.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Was I built by the Confederacy of Independent Systems? That's all I want to know.
You'll have to find
And
out later. So
I could do that once per scene. But yeah, go ahead, DM. I'll stop memeing now.
no worries.
I'm a little worried.
You're well.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm pretty worried.
I'm not. This is normal.
You're not a player.
I mean, you're right there. As a GM, I am used to player shenanigans and homicide.
Oh dear. Anyway, let's get started again, please.
The ship has been refueled. All life support has been restored. You've got 2 full months of air, food, and water. Probably longer than that as far as food goes. but, well, sorry, let me rephrase that. You have a 2 month supply of food, which is about what your ship can really store for you. Oh.
What?
That's 2 months for max crew, and your ship's max crew is quite a bit higher than the current
Okay, so
occupancy.
we've got about a year of food.
Yes, and it is the kind of food that will last for a long time. Now, you couldn't quite get that much food from here, but it's definitely more than you guys need to worry about.
We're good for a while anyway.
You're good for a while. The air and water take up a little bit more, well, the water takes up a little bit more space, and the air is contingent on a lot of other factors than simply how much can be held, so that is still stuck at 2 months. But end result of that is your life support is fine. You will not have to worry about that or spend credits to replenish that unless it is for narrative purpose, or you guys just say we're not going to a space station or planet for 2 months.
Does it also include that our shit problem is solved?
Nope, that still has to be repaired. That was actual cost of repair.
All right. Step 1, I say we send the android to get all the parts for fixing that, and then also clean it up.
You already cleaned it up with the bucket?
Well, let me finish through this rundown real quick, and then you can decide next actions. Your med bay is supplied sufficiently. Graves are dug. Now, did you guys want to do any ceremony, or are you burying them? Are you burning them in a pit? What are you actually doing with the bodies in these graves?
Burying them.
Burying them? Okay.
Mhm.
Are you saying words? Are you doing any kind of ceremony?
Yeah. So we probably finish around sundown or close to.
Yeah, perfect.
I would gather everybody up and say that we should probably say a few words. If nothing else, because these people have saved our life.
I really have better things to be doing right now.
I don't give a shit.
Agreed. We should say our prayers.
You realize we probably killed these people, right?
Well,
Certainly
they've saved our lives since then, so you can come and say good things about them, or you can fuck off.
I'm allowed to fuck off?
Permanently.
Fine. If you insist, I'll come along.
Cool.
You're all gathered out around the graves. They're already covered up. They've already been buried.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The covered graves of how many did I say?
57 plus
57.
extra.
Yep, plus 6 children.
Yeah.
The sun is setting behind you, casting a bit of a muddy red into the sky. How are you guys proceeding with the ceremony? You don't actually have to do the whole ceremony, but I do want to hear a little bit of snippets and excerpts. What's going on with it?
Well, as I said before, the android stands there and goes, goodbye.
Yeah, she kind of clasps her hands together. Like, one of four kind of like kneel before each grave, clasp her hands, and just kind of. She's not doing anything telepathically, but she just kind of says in her head, I'm sorry if this was my fault, and goes around and does that silently to each one, kind of changing it if we found any name tags saying their name and things like that.
Yeah, the only marker I have is for the one guy whose name we actually know.
If that's something you want to have done, then 291 or somebody else with program probably could have compiled that data from various records.
Could they try and do that?
Might be easiest just to put like a memorial stone up there listing the names.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to put a name with each body, but you can probably at least get all of the active personnel that were here. if that's something you want to spend time doing.
Yeah, just like a marker or something.
Okay. Then yeah, you've got some names. And like I said, you don't know exactly who the names belong to, but you have names.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Well, I'm afraid I don't know any of you who are dead. And I'm forced to be here. So I guess I'll say a few words regardless. I'm sure while you were alive, you had some loved ones. And I am sure that some of them were off planet at the time. And even if you did not, your sacrifice probably wasn't in vain. It because you've saved our lives now, and you presumably severely inconvenienced us in the past. Okay. Uh can I leave now?
I'm gonna say a few words.
Ugh.
Today we bury this mining community, and with it, we should bury the people that we once were, if they were the kinds of people that would kill, slaughter an entire mining community for no reason. We should strive to be better in the future, and we should give thanks that we are alive to do so. Thank you.
Okay.
Does that conclude?
All I had. Sorry, I had to cough really bad during that whole thing.
Oh,
Okay. Great. Um
it added to the gravitas.
So,
Hmm.
all right, and then I'm gonna go back to my room and probably cry a little or a lot.
terrific.
Okay. All right. Unless there's anything else anyone wants to add to the scene, I'll move on.
Oh, yeah, I'm done with this scene.
Okay.
One
Uh,
after that. Oh, did you say we were here for a day now?
This is the end of your first day here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So the
and
scene
at
and
this
the
point,
day.
the scene, all scene triggers are flipped. They're over.
What about the day triggers?
Not quite. You'll have to sleep for that.
Damn.
All right. 104 has been helping out all around, and given the weight that this is having and the impact that this is having on some people, that help may include some counseling, or not necessarily counseling, but on the more social side. 104.
Yeah, she's definitely just going to try and help reassure, do anything that people need to just get them through and help them work and manage a little bit better.
Okay.
Do you want me to make a roll, did you say? I didn't hear.
No, not for today.
Okay, good.
And I already said that the ship has been fueled. The ship, with nobody inside of it, lifted off and kind of trundled through the air closer to you.
You said there were landing pads near here, right?
There were, yes. Not
does our
sized
ship-
for your ship.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
But you can land near them.
All right.
And take advantage of the infrastructure that has been laid down to get things to that landing pad still.
Mm-hmm.
So, roadways and stuff. All right. And I'm sorry, Monos, go ahead.
Yeah, I said I assume that's what we're doing.
The day ends. You guys return to the ship, I'm assuming, unless you want to sleep out here or in the mining facility.
No thanks.
Ship's a little more comfortable.
And probably safer.
Probably.
And
Bit more sterile anyway. There were a lot of corpse juices around there.
yes, this is true.
One
Is
of
anything of note occurring over the course of the night, or shall we go straight to morning?
104 has a very long shower.
Okay.
This is messed up, and she's very upset by it. So she kind of just stands there for a while.
She will have to override the ship's water saving features.
You could take a shower in the mining facility.
Wait, the showers work?
They do now.
Shit.
It's,
Why were we pooping in a bucket?
it will.
Well, the shower system works. It's the sewage system that doesn't work.
Because
so
the
water
android
that's
took apart
draining-
our sewage system for reasons that I'm a little skeptical of.
You were
If
the
the
one
shower-
who suggested it.
No,
If the shower-
I did not suggest taking apart the sewage system.
There were
shower
controller
system
chips in and filters in the toilet system that perform similar calculations to what outgoing comms do.
You realize that makes it sound even crazier, right?
It's what you need to
Well-
shit talk.
Well, yeah, because you gotta send out your shit talk. Yeah, exactly. That's amazing. Oh man.
There is no part of this that was pleasant whatsoever in the 16 days I had to be awake. I feel like 255 is more traumatized by that than any of the rest of us.
Well, let's see.
I'm kidding. 255 didn't enjoy it, but he's surviving.
There are a lot of toilets on Daraza. And by a lot, I mean like maybe half a dozen or so. So, whoever got to the clean toilets first.
Anyway.
All right.
I'm insisting that the android fix this problem immediately.
It's a new day, and 255 can just what is the word? Oh my god. Revile from the stench or something like that. Recoil. That's what I'm looking for. Recoil from the stench of the toilet after doing his morning duty, and immediately storm up to the android, or walk up, however, and demand that.
Yes, that's exactly what happens.
Okay, so let's get today's the day's duty roster, and this will be a today, tomorrow, and however many days it takes, or until you guys change something. So.
Okay.
Let me go in order again, or in order this time since I didn't last time. However, I'm going to skip the captain because you're also making a lot of the decisions for other players. Well, as a captain, you can tell other characters what to do, and they might do it. So,
Maybe.
what is
Sorry.
What is 255 working on today and going forward?
I think 255 has three concerns, I suppose, right now. First is dealing with extracting the communications log from the comm center. Then it's extracting the security footage from the security office. And after that, I think I do probably want to pull 104 aside for a moment because she seems to be having some negative psychological responses to all of this that need to be dealt with as the ship's doctor.
Okay, we'll address that scene. Just make a note of it. 104. 291. What role are you doing? And like I said, Monos, you can step in with anything that the captain is telling any of these characters to do.
She's trying to have a day to sort her head out at the moment, so.
Okay.
Now that the machinery has been used to dig the graves, I'm going to take that machinery apart and use it to fix our ship.
Okay, so salvage and fixing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second, can't we use the machinery to transport the goods? I mean these... Oh,
We have those vehicles that I'd already noted. I don't know if we have any larger transportation vehicles from the mines.
Yeah, do we have a dump truck?
Or like some sort of actual hauler.
No,
Like a hover dump truck?
they do have no hover dump trucks. Yes, they do
Dang it.
have dump trucks that can be used to move things. I'm not concerned about how you guys get things to the ships. You've moved the ship closer, and there is existing infrastructure and machinery that can move things. So, I'm really only worried about
Okay.
that for the narrative purpose. You can use dump trucks. You also have the ATVs. The general machinery can be taken apart without impacting any of that until you take apart the last thing, essentially.
Okay.
Speaking of the ATVs, I wrote stuff down. I think we should keep at least 2 of the ATVs in the hover cycle, and maybe 3 of the ATVs. The other 2 we can probably scrap, unless we all each want our own personal vehicle.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
yep.
Okay. Real quick clarification from 291. When you're saying salvage, you're looking for usable parts and not junk that can be sold, right?
Yes.
Okay. 577.
Well, if 291 is basically doing the scrapping, then she will just start fixing things.
Okay. So doubling up on the
Focusing,
fixing.
obviously, well, people request the sewage system, so, okay.
Yeah.
All
Look,
right,
we only have
and-
one. We have one major asset. We gotta get it working.
Is our major asset our gastrointestinal tracts?
No, that's a major ass.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I just want to note something with the MREs. That might stop working soon. So we may need another source of, food with less salt in it and more edibility.
Unfortunately, the non-MRE stuff here has largely expired. There is some canned stuff, but it's also more or less preserved food that's only slightly better than MREs.
Yeah, I know how all this works. It's unpleasant. It's not great.
Ooh, pickles.
All right, what is 713 doing in here? 104. I need your input.
Go through what skills they've got for me.
He doesn't really have any useful skills.
He can pilot things, kind of, and also shoot things.
He does have exert, so he's good at physical labor.
Mm-hmm.
Probably want him to start hauling all the stuff we can.
Yeah, let's call him a
salvage
hauler.
over.
Yeah, sure. He'll do that then. He'll just
Manual
haul.
labor. 872.
Well, I'll start to get the goods over to our ship and also keep out looking for weapons, ammunition, and goods for our armory and lockers.
Oh, I'm gonna give the guns that 872 gave to me back to him.
Okay.
What were that? How many and what exactly was it?
I don't know. You just said you gave me some guns. So
Alright.
that's for you and the GM to figure out. Ha! You thought you were done with counting. Ha!
I did. Silly me. Um,
I think you gave her a sidearm of some sort.
He said he gave me a bunch of guns to put in my backpack. Direct quote.
Oh, okay. You gave her all of the crummy ones you picked up then. So a bunch of old TL3 handguns, I think.
Yeah.
yes. There were 17 semi-autos and 8 revolvers.
I suggest putting them up in our armory and restocking that.
17 semi-autos and how many, what?
8 revolvers.
8 revolvers, okay. And ammunition completely filled?
No. Consider ammunition. At we'll just say half. It's not exactly half in each weapon, but it's about half averaged.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'd probably just take them out, consolidate all that, and then again put that all in the armory. But it's 872's choice if they want to hoard them like they did all the other weapons on the ship.
Yeah. To put them in the armor is probably the right call. So yeah, besides of the weapons, I'd, as I've said, carry the trade goods to the ship.
Okay.
Or-
Hang on real quick. Sorry.
You're like a dragon, but for firearms. Which I guess just makes you it makes you an Alabaman.
Ugh.
Actually, there is one thing I didn't notice, that as a warrior you actually get insanely strong since your attack bonus grows with your level.
Yes.
Yep.
Very much so. You can start doing those things that give you penalties to attack with impunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've already thought about snap attacks.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun and useful.
This will be the last disruption. Sorry.
It's
No, it
especially
won't.
It gets
It probably
especially
won't.
bad when you get the abilities that let you do damage regardless of whether you hit someone, in addition to the normal
Gunslinger.
shock. Yeah.
Is it a ruling question that came up?
I don't believe so. If there was, I missed it. All right. Ours.
I think we probably want to do like spike drive as soon as possible, immediately after the sewage system.
Oh, we're
Because-
figuring out what to fix.
So for numbers, 25,000 credits worth of repairs can be done in a day at a shipyard. Not at a shipyard, so that number is times 4. So it takes
I mean,
4 days.
there's a yard and there's a ship in it. I think that should count.
It does not. Um,
Oh my
and-
god, guys, wait a second. Should we maybe look where we are actually at, what planet that is, and what sector it is, and so on?
I'm looking at the comm system very. I assume
Yeah.
all that information is somewhere in there.
That's
Yes.
what I said we should fix first anyway. I think we should have fixed
But
No, I mean
besides
the,
of fixing, we might have that information actually in the mine somewhere on the
Right,
paper
that-
or in their system.
that's what I meant. I mean in the comm center for the
Okay.
mining facility.
Let's focus on the fixing thing real quick because
Mhm.
that score is let's see. If I remember rules as written correctly, the time is
Uh-oh.
halved for that time is set no matter how many people you have doing it, except that it is halved for having at least one assistant with fix 0 or better. Does anybody remember otherwise? Am I?
You are exactly
I
correct.
don't remember a
Okay.
damn thing.
So you've got 2 people fixing, 1 people parting out the salvage, and so you can balance that. The parts that you get, I'm just going to use the same basic thing, is a certain number for taking the action, and then double that, I guess. I'd probably go with plus 50% because that's more reasonable. If you've got somebody helping. Right now, it's only 291 that is actually salvaging, and that rate is 400 units of spare parts a day.
I think it'd probably count as 291 and 713 salvaging, if 713 is hauling anyway.
Yeah, because I can salvage more if I can just take it off the ship and put it in his hands, and then move on to the next thing, right?
I would say that the 400 is assuming that you've got some way of making the hauling go fast, whether that's mechanized assistance or manual labor hauling back and forth. So the 400 is including that manual labor.
Okay.
Okay.
And I know that those are two different number systems, but that ends up being 20,000 credits worth of salvage, 20,000 credits worth of spare parts each day.
And we need 25,000 to get to spike drive fixed.
You need 25,000 to get the spike drive fixed.
So we might be here for
a while.
We might be here. I'd say we should probably plan to be here for about 3 to 5 days. We might want to get out of.
That's real close.
Internal comms is going to be quick because that's only 500.
I'll throw
Tactical
in there.
systems.
What's up?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, hang on, 291. Or Arch, sorry.
You're good.
291 can do a quick assessment, and you've got about 2,400 worth of spare parts that she thinks can be salvaged without significantly diminishing returns. This is taking the easy pickings, the things that can be pulled apart and transported easily, the things that don't take 3 hours just to get 1 unit of spare parts. So just with the clean and easy pickings, you've got 6 days of scrapping.
Okay.
Question. Would my Tinker still play into that?
Let me...
Is it
Because if I can build... Well, I mean... Well, the service occurrence are the same, so let's put the credit thing, but put a play into it to maybe get an edge on some of that.
In what way do you mean?
Basically be more efficient either in time or basically making do with less equipment to basically
I'll
catch
copy
it.
paste what the Tinker skill.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it in front of me.
Yeah, I just pulled up the character sheet. That no. Because you're making repairs to ship systems. And Tinker is more for mods in that sense. If you had level 2, I don't know, that's again just for mods.
It might be worth considering in the future whether a fixed foci for improving ship repairs is worth getting at some point. Or wait, is there just like an Android module thing that boosts ship repairs? There probably is.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Shrewd Merchant, the second level, helps out with that.
Shrewd Merchant definitely helps out with the maintenance of it.
Okay.
But no, mechanically Tinker isn't doing anything. In character, it absolutely is. Android is able to use different parts, easier parts. The Android, sorry. I'm just gonna go with Andy.
Yes.
Andy is able to use parts that are not entirely conventional, but work and don't come with any compromises. Because the last thing you want to do is compromise in what you're putting into your spike drive. But that doesn't result in any mechanical benefit or cost savings. It's just in character flavor.
Actually, we know the price of repair for the sewage systems.
Do we?
Yeah. We basically ripped the value out of it to fix the external comms. And I forgot what the exact conversion rate was. But
It
so
ended up
technically,
being
it's a real number.
50%. So 2,500 is the toilet repairs, and 500 for that Android station.
And can you give me an updated number for the tactical? Because I remember we tore a bunch out of it to get the external comms working.
No, we didn't end up doing that because the Android suggested doing the toilets instead. And 255 didn't think at the time, was not thinking about at the time what it would be like after 16 days of no.
So you didn't go with your gut feeling?
Yeah, he was thinking with his brain instead of his guts, which ended up being a bad idea, as it often is.
All right, now I'm going to swing back to Captain. Captain, what is 104 doing through this, and not just the first day, but through the whole thing? Are you saying that the ship stays there for the full 6 days it'll take 291 to reasonably salvage everything? Do you want to get going sooner than that? Do you want to stay longer?
Well, 104 wants to search the mines eventually, so if it means we spend some time here fixing the ship, then that's fine by her.
Okay.
Through the first day, like I said, she's just trying to relax a little. I know everyone's doing their thing, but she's gonna pretend like she's busy. She's not very good at processing the fact that she just had to come to terms with the fact that they may be responsible for the death of children. And that weighs pretty heavily on her. Very heavily on her, actually. And they didn't know what they were going to find in there, and it happened to be the worst case scenario, unfortunately. And 104 likes nothing more than knowing what's going to happen. That's why she reads people's minds.
Okay, so do you want me to come back to you for a second day then later?
Yeah.
How about let's look at 255. Actually, let me do some number stuff so that the numbers among you can work on that. So, after 1 day, you've got 400 units of spare parts. The conversion rate is 50. I kind of changed my mind on how I wanted to handle scrap and spare parts midway through. In my last game, I just did it all as strict unit cost, but here I actually kind of like the you get a spare parts kind of thing. So 400 spare parts equates to 20,000 worth of credits worth of repairs, and you guys can start working out what all systems you're going to repair. Like I said, over the full 6 days you'll have 2,400 spare parts, as well as a couple of other things.
We'll have 2,400 spare, not 24,000.
24,000 credits worth of spare parts, I think.
It ends up being 120,000 credits worth of spare parts.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. A lot of spare parts.
Yes, lots of credits worth of spare parts. 2,400 spare parts times 50.
Gotcha, okay. I thought you were saying we were going to have that much in credits, and I was like, shit, we're not even going to get this spike drive.
No. Yeah, no, that would be pretty shitty of me.
Well, I thought it was.
I guess this entire game is taking place in this system.
Yeah, because I was like, wow, he just picked 100 units less than we needed. Wow, that's kind of a good move.
Unless
20 years later.
Unless we can scrap the android
for that last 100.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the kind of people we are, though?
Well, that or the android goes and builds a
waves my
Raider.
hand at the fucking facility that we
maybe
probably just slaughtered.
Yeah.
So let me refocus here on 255. You wanted to look into the comms and the security cameras. Yeah. Which of those are you looking at first?
Let's do the comms.
Okay. The comms require me to pull up another of my documents. Oh man, come on, dude.
Having a bit of trouble?
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, here we go. There is comm data at the tower. You don't necessarily need to make a check unless you want to see how quickly 255 gets into it.
No, I'm not really. Like, I've got time.
Okay. Alright. Then comm data is coming to a handout near you. Huh.
Has most of the machinery we found been TL level 3?
There's a combination of TL3 and TL4. The
Okay.
the primary machinery is TL3 because not much has changed in terms of moving large amounts of heavy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You use a conveyor belt. It's a slightly better conveyor belt, but it's still a conveyor belt. The pit mining material is just about the same as it always has been.
Okay. It's TL level 4, so they only have to change out the teeth every week instead of every 10 hours.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Alright, and let's put this in your journal. After a day of working through the comm tower, the satellite, and basically occasionally getting kicked out for security violations, 255
I'm used to that.
is yes, certainly 255 is able to pull up that data, and I am actually going to move it real quick to the right folder. I hope that doesn't mess up you looking at it.
Oh, I'm not looking at it yet. It hasn't shown up.
Oh, interesting. There.
There we go.
Click show to players. There we go. Okay. And the only other gameplay thing that people are doing is the salvaging and fixing. Everybody else is manual labor or 104 who's taking a lie down. And
To clarify, would our ship be considered cruiser class?
it would.
Okay.
I would have a question to 291 or Andy, whether we could jury rig some sort of walkie-talkies or, in best case scenario, comets out
Let's
of
actually
these
make
spare
that an
parts.
in-character conversation to break up a lot of the basically boring record keeping we're doing. So, 872, approach 291 or Andy. They're easy to find.
Hey, could you maybe try to make out of the stuff that you're here extracting some kind of walkie-talkie or compat? We might need that in case we would get somewhere and split up again.
I pull my elbows out of this machine so that I just have grease from elbow to fingertip on both arms, and I look over at you and I'm like, yeah, here, come here. And I walk over to the control panel and I rip the walkie-talkie out and I hand it to him.
As I look at all the dirt, I kind of go a little bit back, but then stretch out my arm and with 2 fingers take the walkie-talkie. Thank you. Do we have more of them here?
I mean, there's probably some in the other trucks. I can't imagine they ran this thing on, smoke signals.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Then I'll gather them myself. Thanks.
No problem. And I go back to, like, digging in this thing somehow.
And I'll look for a towel. Or actually, no, I'll try to in a sneaky way when 291 turns around to clean that walkie-talkie at her clothes, at her back.
Oh dear.
Look, you do not want to wipe that walkie-talkie on my grungy
Yeah,
ass.
I feel like that makes it
jumpsuit.
worse.
She's really dirty.
Look, I've been crawling through diesel engines all day. You do not want to use me as a cleaning tool.
Well, then I would look for 255.
Who is probably not actually near any of you people right now. Fortunately.
But also immaculate. Just immaculate.
Well, who is near us?
If you search around, you can find 255. He is, yes, he is not in the same kind of area that you guys are all working and laboring in. He's a little bit farther off at the comms station. But you can find him if you want to.
Yeah, I wanted, and I wanted to
Oh,
keep the walkie-talkie.
Alright. This is player against player, so the roll doesn't actually make anything, but go ahead and roll your sneak check. And,
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother rolling. I don't think I can quite match that. So
So give me a description of
Oh,
how
he
this
is-
goes down 872.
he has 18 dex? Holy shit.
Yeah, I invested my new level for that.
Okay.
Yeah, so probably 255 is with his back, trying to do whatsoever, and as he's doing that, I kinda whistle along, going by, and as I go by, I stretch my arm and then clean it under his jacket, and then leave without him noticing me.
I mean, I might hold on. If you're touching me, I might notice that part.
Yeah,
You notice he's
you'll have
there.
to explain how it does not come across as something. He'll probably notice being touched, but the trick to this sleight of hand is making it so that it's not suspicious.
Okay, so my question would be, how tight are the clothes that 255 has on him? So if they're too long, then actually no distraction would be needed. Because if they're too long, that he wouldn't even feel if
You mean we're not all wearing skin tight bodysuits?
Yeah,
No, I'm wearing
that's
beige
the question.
Enjoy this.
No, he's probably wearing like normal clothing, so
Jumpsuit.
probably nothing too tight.
Okay. Well, to avoid any suspicion, it maybe make it look like I looked somewhere else and then accidentally ran into your bag, so that it's less obvious.
Please try to be more careful. 872. I'm trying to work here.
Oh yes, so sorry, I don't know. I've just looked at this beautiful clouds out there. Don't you think so? They're just awesome. And yeah,
I just stare at him.
I stare. I look back, smiling, like, yeah.
All right, I just shake my head and get back to work.
and I look at the clean walkie-talkie as I turn around and go on.
Oh.
And I continue to whistle. And
Yeah. You have a clean walkie-talkie.
Great.
Cleaner. Not perfectly clean. Still cleaner.
Oh God.
All right. There was also a bit for the ship doctor. Did you want to do that this night, or are we gonna hold off on talking to 104?
I probably should do it this night, actually, since 104 managed to take the entire day off.
Yeah, I said I looked busy.
Yeah, 255 was working at the comm tower, and it felt like he was making great progress, but it just took longer than he realized it was taking. But he did get a lot of all that good information. In addition to that, not written there, is he got rudders to the 3 nearest stars. One of which is actually well, will be out of range of no, you'll repair it up to a 3. So yeah, the 3 nearest stars within 3 hexes.
Okay.
Nice.
Is there any indication of like population centers near here?
Let's go ahead and have you do a roll for that. Yeah, just a regular program int roll.
Okay. Program int. I'm so I'll re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, that worked out. Sensors don't like any of this.
He was not able to find any kind of substantive information about the destinations in this particular comm architecture.
Okay. Well, it's fine.
Rudders are extremely large in my universe here. Transmitting 3 of them, especially when 2 of them are actually 3 hexes away, will take all night. So you're going to have to leave a data pad there to complete this operation.
Yeah, that's fine.
If we fix the internal comms, doesn't that mean that we get like data pads out to a kilometer?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah. Though it's a little worrying you bring that up, because now I'm worried someone's going to steal it while I'm here.
Just being a good GM and telling you what it is that you have to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to set up a watch rotation? Good old GM trick, asking about the watch rotation.
Yeah, now I'm even more worried.
Wait, leave your mic open and just roll some dice for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, but I am going to ask for a notice check. Actually, I'll make that privately.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Let's do that scene with 255 going to talk to 104.
Okay.
So, Monos, how accessible is 104 through near the end of the day?
Near the end of the day, she'd be in the cockpit, just kind of looking over the captain's thing. Currently typing up. If it's like just before bed, like a few hours before bed, she's currently typing something.
Okay.
Which
So
I've
she's
added
pretty
to my
fine.
character notes. I've added to my personal notes if you want to look at it, GM.
Cool. I always do.
Okay. And this is in the on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the bridge door slides open. And then there's Boots stepping over the metal of the bridge.
Yeah, you can
Very
see
dramatic.
You can see that as well. 104 has that pistol that she's been gripping since the mine, literally sitting next to her, loaded.
Great.
I've decided that 104 is going to start keeping that as a safety thing now.
Yeah, that's not worrying at all. 255 will glance at that and say, 104. I see you're up late.
Yeah, just logging some information. I thought it'd be a good idea since today I woke up to keep a tight log of everything that happens each day.
I see. Do you have a spare moment?
Yeah, sure. I'll probably still be up for a few hours. So, what's the matter? Do you need something?
For myself, not so much. But as a doctor, I have been a little concerned. Are you feeling well?
I'd say so. I think I'm concerned mostly. The state that we found this place in isn't boding well, and I'm not really. I don't know how to deal with it, quite frankly.
Psychological trauma in response to events of this sort is common. And you play an important role. I noticed that you have been avoiding most of us for most of the day. So it is best it be dealt with quickly.
Who am I talking to, by the way, now? Sorry, character-wise.
25. Sorry.
255. Okay.
And I also want to ask before you go on, is the bridge being locked after this, or is this a conversation that other people could walk into?
No, these are private logs.
No, not the logs, but the bridge. While you guys are having this conversation.
It's not locked, I don't think.
Okay. So just
kinda...
leave that out as a note for other players. Give this some time to run, but in say 5 minutes of real time, you can bring characters in if you want to be engaged in this conversation.
She looks to 255 and says, "Listen, I am. How do I word this without making it sound too strange? I can sense people. I knew you were coming before you probably had the idea of where I was. When I walked into that mine, it was like putting my hand to a block of ice. It was horrible. This horrible coldness has set into me since. Whatever happened there was terrible, and I can feel it to my very core."
All right. 255 is going to take a moment to process this information. His expression won't change too much.
Oops.
Oops.
You commit effort for the scene.
All right. His expression won't change too much. Mentally, I think right now he's like processing that, and I think people in this universe do know about MES, right?
Yes,
Like it's not like some huge government secret.
that's correct.
Okay.
There are even 2 academies, though you characters don't specifically remember that.
So are our characters aware of MES and abilities and stuff.
Two different levels, different worlds of different knowledge, but all of your characters are from.
Bitch, I have a college degree.
Yes, you're fine.
Okay. In that case, you're making a telepathic contact?
I'm not telepathic contact. I'm just I'm just like reading your mind. Pretty much just
Okay.
reading your mind.
Great. Yeah, coincidentally, as you're saying that, he doesn't like change his like stance or anything, but I think he's immediately a little bit more wary, processing that, and making a conscious effort not to let that get to him. But he is wondering whether you've read his thoughts, or if you're doing it now.
Yeah.
Right now, I believe, unless you've gotten level 2 that I wasn't aware of, she's only able to observe the emotional states, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I get like emotional states and like simple ideas. I think.
Yeah.
I'm level 1. I'm level 1.
Yeah, but level 1 doesn't add anything to that.
Mm-hmm.
If he spoke a
Right.
different language, you could understand him.
Yeah. No, I'm just kind of reading
well,
his
I can try speaking a different language if that helps.
no, it's fine.
The rest of this conversation is in Shawu.
Sure. No, it's her. She's very visibly nervous, and she just like she kind of speaks up and says, "Listen, I think we did it. The way I felt after witnessing everything there, it wasn't like a passive guilt. It was active. It felt bad for the people rather than I felt bad for the act rather than the people."
I see. I see. In that case. All right. I guess I'll continue pondering this for a moment, and then, regardless, it may be best put those thoughts aside for the moment. You are our captain for the time being. At the very least, the ship recognizes you as such. It's
Mhm.
important that you ensure that these feelings do not overcome you or define you. You have no memory of them. So, while you may have done it, you personally bear no guilt for it. If that's what it takes to keep you up and functional, then that's what it is.
Just kind of nods and says, "Yeah, I appreciate that."
Now, if you need to talk to anyone, or if you would prefer a more formal evaluation, or perhaps something just to help you sleep, please feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help.
I should be alright. I think I just needed a day to figure things out. But yeah, no, I'll be fine. Thank you.
Well then, I'll leave you to your logs, 104. Please try to get some rest.
Oh, I will. I'm just finishing this up, and then I'm planning to head to bed. We've probably got a big day ahead of us tomorrow.
Same as the last.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I'll just turn around and walk away.
She will just finish writing log number 2, and then we'll head to bed.
All right. Well, it gained me some useful information, or my character rather.
Mhm.
So that'll help me.
All right. Give me just a second. I'm updating your vital systems. Actually, I'll do that later because that requires me figuring out what day it actually is.
It is September the 2nd. No, I'm sorry.
You've gone backwards in time. Impressive.
Yeah. Sorry, we woke them up after September ended. That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we woke them up early, so technically we woke them up before September ended.
All right.
God damn it! No,
Yeah.
stop.
The 3 exit stasis on October 1.
There we are. It's not exactly right. It's not exactly right, but we'll take it.
That should be right.
Wasn't it the 17th, and then 3 days, or 13 days later, we woke them up?
Let's see. I've got 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 is what I put it down as. So, damn it. You're not supposed to prove the DM correct or wrong.
I mean, I didn't. Did I? I think you did that yourself.
You did it again.
It's alright, I'm sure rocks will fall later.
30 tons of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are in a mining facility, so...
That's actually how much ship of those ship grade metals there is. 30 tons.
Oh, dang. It's gone up. I like it.
Yeah, the 5 was only in that little room.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. There's a warehouse somewhere.
Yeah, the 30 tons is in various places in some of the mines, being processed. Most of it's packaged, but the rest you can package up easy enough.
Okay. Do you have a handout you want me to keep track of this on, or are you going to keep track of it?
I believe there should be a ship inventory handout.
There is.
There is, and I can edit it. How about that?
Indeed. All right. A couple of other things that you find. Well, I'll do that later. There are also solar rechargers that can be scrapped for spare parts. And that's something that I should just roll and give to you right away. So, there you go. You get 5 more spare parts. 5 more units of spare parts.
Okay.
In addition to the 400 that you salvaged for the day.
Maybe we wanted to keep one of the solar rechargers.
They're damaged beyond efficient repair. Yeah, these weren't actually being used. They have solar panels, they have solar stuff, but those other solar things that they have aren't the specific equipment item solar recharger.
Cool. So we have 405 salvage.
You got 405 spare parts.
Oh yeah, spare parts. That's what they're called.
If it would make it easier for you guys, after you finish this round of repairs, I'll convert everything into a number of spare parts instead of the credit value of it.
I mean, either way is fine.
Yeah, just don't use both, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I could do the math, but I'd rather not.
So you go. The weapon is 3 feet and 2 centimeters long.
Oh, God, that hurts my brain.
Alright, yeah, I'll convert that. The only other thing that we've got that is a little more than just doing the numbers and deciding what you're going to repair is having 255 look over the security. So on day 2, let's go ahead and do that.
This is the second full day?
This is, yeah, the beginning of the second full day.
Okay.
Well, the beginning of your second day on this planet.
Oh, because we landed kind of in the morning?
You landed kind of in the morning, yeah.
Okay.
Ish. Close
Look, I have something that pops up once 3 full days have passed. So I gotta know.
That is fair. You
Wait,
do.
hold on. What pops up when 3 full days have passed?
It's just
I know
an
where the
ad,
loot
it's
box on
spam.
this planet is.
I see. Great.
I have a dream.
All right. Well, unfortunately, the loot box just contains some old decals. So.
Look, it's gonna have an epic skin. You don't know.
I mean, look, having played these games before, I know. I know how it is. They never have epic skins. You're fooling yourself.
I don't
No,
know,
no.
man. I spent $400 on Overwatch loot boxes, and I got some pretty epic skins.
Yep.
No.
Oh, okay.
See,
Great.
I stream my box openings, so they give me the good ones.
Over to
We don't have an
255.
internet connection here.
Over to 255 for trying to access the security cameras. It's been more than 24 hours since the hack, or last hack, so there's no ongoing penalty. And
Alright.
you already know what you want. You know where the security center is and can access the computers directly.
Mm-hmm.
It is still hacking though because they are secured.
Okay. First things first, I'd like to take a look around the room and see if anyone did the standard office thing of taping the password to the back of the monitors.
Let's treat that as a regular search check.
All right. So notice
Notice wisdom.
would int work?
If you can justify it.
In this case, I'd say I know. Oh shoot! This is one of those situations where the intersection of intelligence and wisdom gets complicated.
That's why I'm allowing you to justify it.
All right. So basically, I'm going to look up exactly the drawing line between intelligence and wisdom. If I can find it. Reasoning. All right, so reasoning on that basis. So a lot of security passwords tend to be fairly complicated and difficult for most people to remember. There's some general need to allow those in these situations to access them, especially if they have good practices and change their code frequently. As such, listing the new code somewhere where the people who need to access it can access it without being permanently locked out of the system is pretty standard. Horrible practice, but pretty standard. Now, I know all this because I have both administration experience and program experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
All right. Notice then. Yeah.
It is enough to give him a +1 to his hacking attempt.
All right. Let's see if this password works then. Oop.
And I feel like as a GM, I should just give you the password because that is the only reason you succeeded this check is because of the self-aid.
I really did just find the password on the back of the Monitor.
You
Great.
just found the password. You put some things together. It wasn't all in one part. The password was partially on a sticky that kind of was a code, and he
Oh, I had to look up for the look for the username as well.
look for the username. You see some personal effects, and can piece it all together and end up, instead of hacking the system, you just hacked the password.
All right.
So you have access to cameras and camera history.
Lovely. All right. Let's. Are the cameras still active?
The cameras are still active.
All right. Can I see what everyone's doing?
Yes, you can.
Terrific. I don't actually have any use for this right now. So I'm going to look at the logs, starting about 5. Well, I assume starting the day of our stasis and going back.
Okay. Um, on. Where is it? Hang on. Okay. On 3/25/3250. And your character is smart enough that I'm not going to make you roll to notice this. The date is gone. There are no camera records for that entire date. It's just skipping straight from 24th to the 26th.
And what's going on the 26th? Is there anything?
Sorry,
or is everything?
Yeah, no, that's correct. Backing up a little bit. 27th, okay. The 26th and 27th are also gone.
All right. So after, all right, the first day available after all records are gone.
First day available after records are gone, the mining facility is silent.
Okay, that's what I figured. And the day before?
The day before that, oops.
So the 24th.
Right. Yeah, 1 second. The day before that, you saw miners, but they weren't doing too much mining. Looked like people were bringing things in, trying to. They were clearly trying to secure things. You could see inside the room they were moving tables, but they weren't quite setting up barricades yet. They were just moving them so that they could be set up in the makeshift barricade that you saw very quickly.
I see. All right. I guess I'll access everything from the month of, or I'll see if I can download and transmit everything from the month of March to our ship. So basically everything that was already noted in the comm data, to see if I can find anything in there when I have time to scan through it all.
Okay.
One more thing I'd like to check is just going quickly. Is there any sort of movement within the 6-month time span between the facility going silent and the current date?
There is not.
Okay, so no one came back for anything. It's good to know. Is there any indication of how the missing logs were deleted? Like anything I can backtrace from user access or whatever?
That would be a separate. That actually would be a hack check. I will give you the benefit of not having technically hacked the system yet, so it's not at a +1. That's information that is not made readily available, so it's asking a specific question at a difficulty 8.
Okay. So no +1.
No +1 to this.
Okay.
And that's sufficient. You see clear signs of somebody hacking the system and basically brute forcing the erasure of records.
Okay.
You also see that with your check there, you can also see that it wasn't just some knob coming onto the computer, hacking it and saying delete. Files were copied over and basically erased this or destroyed the space that those files were occupying.
Okay, so there's absolutely no way to reconstruct what was in those files.
No, there's not.
Okay. I guess is there anything asking the others? Is there anything else I should be looking for here?
You could see if anything's missing.
The the 25th through the 27th are all gone.
No, I mean, you look at the video. They have some special package that glows mysteriously. When you go back on the 27th, it's gone.
And that might actually be a fair point. Is there let's actually look through that. Is there anything that was there on the 24th that isn't there on the 28th?
People.
No, I disagree with that, Dexter. They're very much still there.
Okay, that's true. How about life?
The microbes
still
were still fine.
microfauna that are still kicking.
Human life.
Oh.
Is the same,
what's human life?
Like, is there the same number of people? Did they take anybody with them?
It appears that it's... Well, that would be real hard to answer, but he's basically taking a whole day at this again, so I'll answer it.
I mean, he asked for suggestions. I don't know if I'm actually doing anything.
It looks about right. The comings and goings of the people prior to the missing event looks about like the number of people that you buried.
Okay.
Okay.
There is the one addition of Terry Strap Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's able 255 is actually able to see where his ship landed on the 20th.
Interesting.
Oh, and I guess that actually is the answer to your question. That ship was that fighter class, Jockstrap, was there on the 24th and was not on the 28th.
Yeah, I got that in the comm data. It left on the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
To no destination.
That's just the comm system trying to extrapolate. If there's not a clear other region of space that it's going to, like if it's not going towards a moon or a space station, then it's just to no destination.
Okay. So it probably, it might have been aiming for outside the system. I don't know.
That follows with the transition zone. The satellite, the comm center can't necessarily say for certain that somebody is going to a transition zone. It just knows that the ship is flying towards nothing.
Okay. Interesting.
And do you share this comm data with the rest of the crew?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share the comm data.
Alright, I'll go ahead and make this visible to everyone then.
Is there any other, notifications or, security, like personal logs and announcements, security orders, anything like that I can access?
Yeah, excuse me. There appears to be a kind of armory inventory, although you clearly didn't see an armory per se. At the security center, there are a couple locked boxes that look like they probably put guns in.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just ride along with your previous hack because we get into too much dice rolling. 255 can see that weapons were issued around the 24th. Well, not just around the 24th. Basically, were being issued on the 24th and for about a week up to it.
Okay. Up to the 24th. So prior to the jockstrap landing, actually.
Mm-hmm. If he watches some of that, he doesn't have any audio, but the jockstrap landing and the person who exited that ship appears to have been a cordial, if not excited event. More like grateful excitement,
Okay.
judging
So
from body language.
So maybe they came here to help them defend against us or something. It's a little hard to tell under the circumstances. But yeah, are there any sort of I guess personal written or audio logs or orders issued via this computer?
Nah.
Okay. That's probably all I'm going to get for now then, I think. Unless someone else has any other suggestions.
Oh, yes,
I would have a question.
Go ahead.
My question would be, before the people started to barricade the entrance, was there any kind of cargo that was brought out or in? So before the preparations for the attack started, was there any movement of an object inside or outside of a facility?
How many more days are we going to be here?
This is only the second day, and if you want to fully scrap all that machinery and get as much as you can, you've got 4 more days.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say 255 is probably just going to spend the next few days like backtracing everything he can to see if there's anything unusual,
Okay.
like in all these logs, going back as far as possible.
Okay.
Well, not as far as possible, but within about a year or so.
All right.
Well, or not a. however far I reasonably get. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
As I said, the android was gonna chime up at some point. Just go. There are discrepancies in the data.
Elaborate.
How did they know the Raza was coming?
That's a good question. It's
They would have to
possible.
be warned before arrival of our ship in orbit.
Let's see. It would have to be. You said a week prior to the 24th they had that. The only other ship that had arrived before our arrival is the Callister, a frigate-class ship, which...
That was on the 7th.
Correct.
They knew of a threat on March the 3rd. They asked for help, so they would have to have advance notice.
of our presence. Correct.
Or our imminent arrival.
That is absolutely correct. So, yeah, I'm going to keep tracing backlogs. I'll probably also go back to the comm center and see if there were there's any data from transmissions prior to the ones you listed on there.
There's also another discrepancy.
Elaborate.
They said they will not leave the facilities intact. The facilities are intact.
Mm-hmm. It's complicated, certainly.
All right, let's leave 255 to pour over the comm and security data. And let's look at the vehicle sheet, wherever that is. Where is that?
Mm-hmm.
Vehicle
bay.
Yep. It's under a whole bunch of other things for me. There we
Oh
go.
yeah, because you can actually see all of it. It's real easy for us.
Well, I had almost all of the Step Prime handouts open,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's what it was my fault. All right, does everyone agree with the decisions to scrap, keep,
Nope.
keep,
We're-
scrap?
We got space. We're gonna keep them all.
Oh, you want to keep? I was thinking we might just want to scrap a couple of them so we had the parts to repair all the ones that needed repairs.
I mean, I feel like we're probably gonna have scrap to spare. We could probably keep them.
That's fair then.
all.
Let's go ahead and keep all of them then.
But we don't have so far batteries.
Unless we take them out of the Android. I don't know how many of them actually need new batteries. And I'm sure we can find batteries around here somewhere.
We'll say that they all need batteries.
I say, if they run on combustion fuel, we have other problems.
Gotta get some of that dinosaur juice.
That's fine though. We can keep all of them and then just, scrounge up a few things.
Let's see if this works. No, that did not work.
What'd you do?
I tried to
What'd you
copy
bring?
paste from my chart to your chart, and it just did not work. All right.
When you say ATV, I'm imagining four-wheelers, single seat. Is that correct?
No, actually, the book has
Crew of 5. Wait, 8 actually for ATV Explorers.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So they're like fucking Humvees then.
They are
Yes.
also 25 tons.
Yeah,
oh.
they are Humvees. All right.
Okay, then we probably only need two and the hover cycle.
All right. I mean, shoot, we don't even need two. We could probably just keep Pelican and then and the hover cycle and be good.
They are,
And that would
however,
give us
TL3, so that you're primarily going to get sellable junk from them, not spare parts.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep Pelican and Hardy and then the hover cycle and then scrap all the others.
Does it are the names etched into them? Like how do they have names?
You don't name your cars?
I mean, I do, but I don't write it down anywhere.
The names are etched into them for inventory control purposes.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, they're not decorated, but the names are etched into the dashboard and something on the tail.
Okay. I like this hover cycle. It's pretty sweet. I'm just reading the rules for it. Now that I know there are actual
the hover
rules.
cycle is pretty nifty.
Yep. So I heard you say that you're keeping Hardy and Pelican.
That's correct.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Should probably keep the inside ones, right?
Uh,
Because the
Pelican
ones that
was
have
the
been
one that
outside
was
for
in.
6 months. Yeah, so Pelican and Rachel, right?
Was rate. All right, which is more damaged between Hardy and
Uh,
Or Hardy has a name that fills me. I just want to say.
Yeah, but 2 of them were inside, and 3 of them have been outside for at least 6 months.
All right.
It looks like Pelican and Rachel recently went under repairs. Rachel is not complete, but needs less repair than Hardy.
Okay. We can
Yeah.
keep Pelican and Rachel then.
I mean, we could change its name if that really bugs you.
No, it's fine.
So
Alright.
far, nobody seems to have a problem with names in this crew.
By the way, if when I hear these names, does something come up in my mind?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, we're keeping Pelican and Rachel then.
And Charlie.
Oh, you just overwrote my rote.
Sorry.
That's okay. I should have specified that I had just updated it with costs.
Okay.
Is the plan right now basically we're going to stay here until we've extracted every usable lump of anything out of this place?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And I'd also insist to change our ship ID and name.
I don't think we can.
You can. That's in the transponder.
Oh no, we're painting over the hull, like we agreed.
Do we have enough paint for that? It's a big ship.
Well,
do not.
we've got all these corpses we can dig up. We can probably drain them.
God.
Can't we just arrange
There we
them as letters, like cheerleaders on the outside of the house? Firefly style?
Jesus Christ.
It worked in Serenity.
Kind of abomination.
I am a leaf on the wind.
Oh my god. Time to wash our spears. Oh my god.
All right.
All right.
Let's
And
go ahead. Ace.
Besides of changing the name, also burn or take or destroy whatever, but not leave any logs or back that indicate that our ship was here.
I thought we were just stealing all the computers anyway.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm pretty
then.
sure that's what we're doing.
No, the comm center's still tracking you.
Well, I mean, we can, loot the comm center. That actually probably has a lot of scrap we actually want anyway.
Yeah, I assumed that was part of the usable scrap.
It is.
Yeah, we're going to raid the comm center once extract
Like,
value.
On the last day when we pull out the final bit of scrap and everything goes.
Basically.
Okay.
What sort of power generator does this place have?
A generator that generates power.
All right, so we can. So just in case, I'm going to say either the android or 872 should go in there to extract the fuel.
I mean, we're already full on.
Yeah, you
fuel,
guys
aren't
have
we?
already gotten the ship fuel.
Oh,
up.
I know. I'm just saying if it's like uranium or something, sell that.
So you asked me to
291.
distract it?
Yeah. What's the problem?
I think he found the mark on his jacket.
Starship fuel is not particularly valuable. That's why you can refuel for 500.
Well, I assume it's just like hydrogen and helium isotopes anyway.
Yeah, I haven't really given much thought to that aspect. It's future fusion tech that doesn't take up a whole lot of space.
Right.
Or what about materials for a vex suit? Or even maybe, is there a vex suit?
There are no vac suits.
Yeah, they probably didn't need them if they're only doing surface mining.
What about oxygen tanks or masks?
They might have oxygen masks.
That
What
was
about
part of the medical
nukes?
supplies.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't advise going out into just those, for the record. It's for medical reasons. Like your blood may boil. I can't actually remember if that's actually true or not. You will decompress.
What, like our spine?
Like everything.
Oh, okay.
All right. So let's talk about the numbers. You guys have put it into credits value. At the end of the 6 days, 120,000 credits of spare parts and scrap and stuff that you can use to repair systems in the ship. Where are you putting that? Oh, actually, sorry, I skipped something. Day 3. 291 does kind of get this. It's been kind of tickling at her, and she does think there might be something here.
Mm-hmm.
One second.
Oh, during the time, I would probably already given everyone a walkie-talkie, and especially a really polished one to 255.
Taunting me, huh?
I
Except
don't
he
know what you're
probably
talking
doesn't-
about.
He probably doesn't know that was you, and he thinks he rubbed against something bad. So it's fine.
Thank you.
So around the corner of one of these buildings, underneath some kind of pump thing, there's a grate that 291 thinks there's something in here. I know that there's something in here, and she pulls that out. Inside is.
I pull out a pipe to lever it up. It's the same pipe.
Okay.
The eponymous pipe.
Inside is a small box that is of higher quality workmanship and tech than just about anything here. It clearly doesn't belong.
I open it. Can I open it?
You can. She tries to open it. There's a electronic sounding little click, something registering, and a little green light from the edge of the box, and it opens. Inside, she finds a handful of cred sticks, some secure clothing armor. It's very nice with pink frills, and a pink and white laser pistol.
Does the laser pistol have a name written on the handle? Look, you did this, not me. This is your fault.
It does not have a name written on it.
Oh, it will. It will. Do the cred sticks say how much? I don't know how cred sticks work.
Yeah, that's okay, because neither do I. There's 1.2 million credits amongst them.
Oh, shit. Alright, we just slipped that into our beige pocket.
Well, we know what the people came for now.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay. Is that like spread amongst many cred sticks, or is that all one cred stick, or?
It's split amongst a few cred sticks.
Okay. I will write down a few, and we'll let you decide what that means later.
Yeah, I don't want to get too into the nitty-gritty of cred sticks. I do want to, at some point, figure out exactly what they are for the fiction, so that we know what is actually occurring when a transaction happens. But as far as I use this cred stick and then 100 from this cred stick, that seems unnecessary to me.
Yeah, I was more asking, like, when I use this, does some bank get notified that I've, like, is it like a credit card, or is it like a,
I
it
do
more like
actually
cash?
have that. It's basically cryptocurrency.
Okay, so it's
verified
like Bitcoin.
through blockchain.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of
And
sense.
the exchange doesn't actually know what transactions have occurred until a cred stick is brought back to the Exchange of Light, in a certain system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you get paid for salvage crit sticks that you can't otherwise access. Is they want to have record of those transactions, so they'll pay people to bring them back.
Gotcha.
Well, hey, it's Bitcoin. You know, 10 credits.
Well, shit. Let's fix a gun. No, we can't. We don't. Like, just because I have the money doesn't mean I can turn it into a fixed gun. All right, cool. Loot box with an epic skin. Heck yeah.
Great.
No, I mean, literally, I got secure secure armor. It's literally an epic skin.
Pink and frilly.
Are you sure it's an epic skin? Are you sure it's not just like elite?
No, it's got pink frills.
I don't know, man. I think that's just an elite skin.
All right, well, you can think what you want.
All right.
Alright, one last thing in this vein. Where the heck? There we go. Mines and scrap. Make me a... actually, go ahead and just roll them both. 2 fix int checks.
Me?
Yes, whoever's doing the salvaging.
Okay. Int fix. Let's do first one. Oof.
And these are on separate days, so I'll give you the freebie reroll if you want to use them there.
Oh yeah. Okay. I have 2 roll 3d6 and drop 1 for trade, and I have none for fix. I should probably fix. Hey, there's a fixed roll. All right, and then this is for the second day. Cool. No need for a reroll.
Alright. You also find 2... You're able to pull out of these machines that are of the higher tech level, that have the more advanced components in them, actual pre-tech components.
Ooh. Nice. Shipment inventory.
Um, and here's your answer to the energy cells question.
Type Bs were the car battery ones, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
They're also Android batteries.
Type Bs are like car batteries.
Did I say that the cars had no batteries? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The cars
I
had
thought
batteries.
they would like. Yeah, they just weren't charged, right?
Yeah, that makes more sense. They just weren't charged.
Well, now you get some batteries that you can replace them with. So we're good.
Okay, so
By the
should
way, where do you insert those batteries?
In the tailpipe.
Generally in the hood.
Oh,
Under
or
the
that.
hood.
3 type B. And 10.
And actually, we are nearing the end of this session here, so rather than take up the last few minutes we have with what do you guys fix next, I'm going to have you guys do that in the OOC like you've already done, but just now that you know exactly how much you have, as well as the pre-tech components that you have, consolidate compile a complete list for me, and I'll make the necessary adjustments to the handouts, and we'll do that.
Can we fix the spike drive enough to get out of system?
Yes.
All right, let's do that first of all. Anyway,
Toilets was first.
second of all.
Yeah, that's where I was at too. Yeah. So just to make sure that I've got this right, Cube, we have 2,405 spare parts.
That's correct.
We're basically skipping to the end of the 6 days.
Yeah, unless you guys have anything that you want to occur or any RP scenes that you want to occur, but don't feel like it's being rushed through if you don't, because this is 6 days of people doing work. This is the kind of work that people could just drudge through without any meaningful interactions. It's not like you're sitting on a ship and doing nothing.
We're busy.
You're busy, yeah.
Yeah.
So, don't feel bad if you say, no, there's no roleplay that happens. However, if you do think that there is some, I'm happy to engage.
Should I add the cars and stuff to the ship inventory, or are you gonna do a separate thing for that, or?
I'll do a separate thing for that, because you'll have to know how much the tonnage is, and you're scrapping 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll figure that out, and I'll give that to you over before the next session.
Okay.
By the way, was there any heavy weaponry around somewhere?
There was no heavy weaponry around.
They use a rocket launcher to break up the rock.
Yeah, they have a. Yeah, great.
Yeah, wait a second. It's they are mining, so they should have some kind of explosives, not?
Well, maybe.
They have a mazer. They don't use it for anything. They just have one.
Did they have some kind of explosives actually?
They had mining explosives.
That's actually worthwhile. We might want to take those because shaped charges can be extremely useful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Speaking from experience there.
Many things can be solved
There
via
was-
the application of.
Too much of it. It looks like the bulk of their mining was actually through physical tools. Digging and pushing and
They were walking around with copper pickaxes.
yeah.
then
yes, there's-
also a question just to put it out there. Should we maybe also try to fix the weapon system?
Oh,
On the ship?
there's no way.
We could probably fix one of them.
Aren't the weapon systems
We can't.
over 1 million credits or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, 500,000 each, unknown components, and specialized mounting requires also pre-tech components. We don't have enough pre-tech.
Yeah, there's no way we can get weapons going.
Oh, was the salvage that we got pre-tech salvage?
Those 2 pieces were.
Yeah. Okay. Let me write that
Um,
then.
And when you guys take a little bit of time to investigate the weapons a little bit more, then you'll start to see what kind of salvage they require.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you remind me what salvage you got that was pre-tech again?
We got energy conversion and materials.
Right. Where did you get those?
That was from general equipment deconstruction from the more
yeah.
high-tech pieces.
Got it.
That's the stuff that I pulled directly out of the comm center.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
No, those were actually in mining equipment.
Oh, okay.
They had
Fair
pre-tech mining equipment?
They had pre-tech components in some of their mining equipment, some of their mining machinery.
I guess that stuff holds up pretty well.
On the bright side, one of those components will fit in nicely in the engine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we can probably... Yeah, we can put together enough of a drive to make jumps.
And Monos, I'd like you to kind of oversee the conversation as far as what repairs are going on in the OOC planning channel. And before our next session, just give me a confirming list of what the captain says gets done. And if any of the characters decide to deviate from that, I'd also like to know that. Because it's not like the captain automatically guarantees what she wants done is done.
Most certainly not.
Definitely.
Alright, anybody got a last minute scene before we end for the day? Something in passing with another character?
I don't think so. Nothing from me.
All right. As 872 is passing, the 255 in the hole on the way to bed. 255 leans over and whispers, "I know it was you." There you go. Does that work, Dex?
That works for me. That's a good point to end it, unless you got a response.
No, I love it. I just keep it.
Perfect. We'll end the session there. Thank you all as usual. Great entertainment, especially for a session that is basically, what do you guys do with all these numbers? You still made it entertaining.